Good evening. Welcome to Fighting Patriot Football via YouTube on JohnCurtisPatriots.com. This year, John Curtis Christian School is celebrating 62 years of excellence and is continuing to build champions for life. Tonight's pregame is sponsored by Proud Yogi's Bears, Walter and Bill Sanchez, class of 1977, and younger brother Chris Sanchez, class of 1980. Proud Yogi's Bears, proud sponsors of Fighting Patriot Football. Alongside fellow John Curtis Christian alums Robbie User, Danny Wimpron, and Gordon Aber, I'm Kevin Fayard. Tonight, we're at East Jefferson High School for the unofficial start of the 2024 prep football season. This is the Jamboree here at East Jefferson between the East Jefferson Warriors and the John Curtis Christian Patriots. We had a lightning delay, so we have a real abbreviated pregame, if you will. Danny, happy to have you. Can you believe this? 14 years.
Unbelievable, buddy.
And,
Unbelievable.
We're back in the booth. A little out of wind because we got somewhat hustled back up from down low. We thought we'd be another 45 minutes, and then as soon as we get downstairs, I said, "Come on back." So we ran. Not as in the shape we used to be at one point.
That's right. Well, just a little bit of adversity here in the first unofficial game, the Jamboree for the 2024-25 season. And, well, no, don't go into 25. So the 24 season. So we're excited to be back up here with you for our 14th year doing the broadcast and officially now on JohnCurtisPatriots.com. So we appreciate you joining us for another year. It's been always an exciting time for us to be up here as former or as alumni of the school. It's a great opportunity to learn some of these younger kids, some of these guys growing up, to watch them as younger kids at the lower school playing football and then being able to call their games today. So, I have a special kind of a feeling in my heart for now my boys being at the lower school playing football and going to be able to watch them grow and you and I call their games, and obviously seeing all these young Curtis kids and Curtis family members that are now out here. Jay Curtis is out here coaching. So we've seen the generational the pedigree now coming through the ranks. So it's exciting for us to be back up here for another season. Like we mentioned, the lightning delay, a little bit of adversity here in the Jamboree, getting ready to go. And it's always good for us. The Jamboree is nice to be able to get out here, just get the cobwebs out, hit somebody else, be able to, get some more film, get back in the film room, understand the little things that you did wrong, the good things, the things that you did well throughout the game, and just a learning experience before the official kickoff of the 24 season. So we're excited to be back up here with you. Thanks for joining us on JohnCurtisPatriots.com. This is going to be a great year, so stick with us throughout the entire season.
Yep, East Jefferson is also Coach JT's alma mater. This is the third time the Patriots and the Warriors have met in the Jamboree, third consecutive year. The Patriots won in 2022 by a score of 30-6, and last year they beat the Warriors 40-8. Unfortunately, we do not have a roster for East Jefferson, so we're just going to identify them by numbers, and if we happen to hear the PA announcer, we'll
Kevin, our captains for today is number 1, Trey Brown. I think that was number 15, Jeffrey Malone, and number 71, which is going to be Gabriel Lagarde. So those are the senior captains for today's Jamboree. We're going to be bringing you the live action. What are we playing today, Kevin? How many quarters? How long? What's it look like for the Jamboree?
Yeah, the Jamborees are 2 halves, no quarters, so it's usually 15-minute halves, 2 15-minute halves, whereas usually the games are 4 12-minute quarters. Yeah. So it's an abbreviated game, basically a dress rehearsal. Yeah. And we'll talk about it at halftime. The Patriots will start the season next week against Raven Gap out of Georgia. But unfortunately for the Patriots, in Georgia, they started their season already, and Raven Gap's going to have 3 games under their belt by the time they come to River Ridge next week to play us.
Yep, and they're a season ball club. I looked up their school, beautiful school, and they're going to have some serious support. Obviously, they're going to travel well. We're going to stop and pause for the national anthem here.
Even the PA now just have to get a little practice in because they already played the national anthem during the warm-ups, abbreviated warm-ups, then they did it again.
Yeah, well, they had a little technical difficulties. I don't think they had it officially going. Now, Kevin, on the
Scoreboard,
on
12
the
minutes.
scoreboard,
Like.
they're marking 12 minutes. Now you wonder if that's because there's supposed to be a game right after us.
The referees.
And they're trying to get it over with. Did they say something else?
Well, they will signal up here, so I don't know if they're going to have more time, or they may just try to the coaches may say, we had the long lightning delay.
Right,
Let's
that's
do
what I mean.
two 12-minute halves.
12-minute halves to get it in.
Because of another Jamboree after this, because the weather. Looking towards New Orleans, the skyline, you can barely see it now, so it looks like the rain's on the way.
Yeah.
The Patriots are in all white. Their traditional white headgear, road white jerseys, white pants. The Warriors in their blue helmets, blue jerseys, blue pants. And the Warriors will be kicking off right to left. Deep for the Patriots near side. Number 4, Jordan Pate. The middle back is going to be number 1, Trey Brown. And far side is going to be number 2, Jack Corcoran. And it should be 15 minutes. I hear the PA. They're trying to get the clock. Yeah, it is. It's two 15-minute halves. Okay. And again, let me just say I apologize. We do not have a roster for East Jefferson.
We're jogging off the field. Is there another lightning delay? Please, no.
Must be because the teams are going off the
Clear
field.
in the field. Oh goodness, guys! Just so you know that for the people who are out there before the action starts, Kevin and I went through a 5-hour. What was it?
2016 season opener at Bus Bertolino. We had we get on 50 minutes right before the game, and as we're doing our pregame, and the team's about to take the field. The lightning happens, and then lightning kept happening. The pregame ended up lasting 2 hours and 50 minutes, and then we had a 2-hour ball game. It was the longest.
It was like a 5-hour
8
broadcast.
minutes, total broadcast.
It was unbelievable. And we just kept thinking, get us out of here. Unbelievable. But
that was funny.
But, it happens, the unpredictable New Orleans weather. You never know what's going on. And earlier today, it looked great. And all of a sudden at my office, it started coming down hard around 10 o'clock, I believe.
Yeah.
And then I thought, hopefully it's going to clear up and we'll be good to go for this afternoon. And it kind of just kept lingering all day. And it's, one of those times that when I was looking at the weather earlier, it said it was going to be gone at around 4 o'clock. And so, like I said before, New Orleans, you never know. So here it is. What time is it now? Here it is, 5:18, and it's still unpredictable. So we'll see. I just want to get some action in, Kevin. I don't care how long it is. I just want to be able to get these kids some reps and be able to hit somebody else and go to battle a little bit. You know what I mean?
The original kickoff for this game was supposed to be 6:30.
Right.
We may be 6:30 before we kick off.
Could be. Yeah, you're right. And then who knows what's going to happen in the game after us if that happens.
That's right.
It is still a school night being a Thursday. I don't know if these other teams are going to want to continue to be out here at, 10:30 at night playing their Jamboree. Who knows? But anyway, it doesn't matter. I want to say thanks and congratulations to the 8th grade team. 7th and 8th grade went out to Lutcher yesterday. Really nice stadium, Kevin. Really, really pretty place out there.
Yeah, they redone it.
And
I played there.
I think they won 21-7, and had some good things, had some bad things, but a big learning opportunity for them to get back in the film room today and understand the small. That's the biggest thing that you try to tell these young guys is, and the older guys, the high school kids know it. It's inches, alignment, angles. It's the small things that separate a pretty good team from a great team.
Yep.
And understanding, how you align and the angles that you take and scraping tight to, the simple things that make you a really great team. And that's what Curtis has done for 50 years now and been better than everybody else in the small details, which makes them great. So I just want to say congratulations to the 8th grade team coming out, getting their first W, and I think they're going to be doing some really, really good things this season if they buy in.
Well, I was going to save a bunch of things for next week pregame, but who knows how long it's going to take. So let's talk about something real important. In 1992, Coach JT and Ed Daniels, who was the sports director at WDSU, created Friday Night Football. Started off as like a 30-minute show, and then over time lasted 45 minutes, and now it's like an hour and 5 minutes. And they're coming into their 33rd season this year, and unfortunately, a month ago, Ed had an untimely heart attack, and with the courtesy of the Saints, they flew him home from Southern California, and unfortunately, he didn't make it. He passed away a week ago, and the funeral, I think, was a week ago today.
Yep.
what a loss, besides to the Daniels family, obviously, what a loss for prep football in the New Orleans area. I grew up as a kid in the 70s. Hap Glaudy was the prep guy. And then, we had a couple of sportscasters, but really it was at the end of the 80s when Ed had moved back from Lake Charles to work with WDSU. WGNO. I said WDSU earlier, so my apologies. And he got with Coach, and they created a show. And the other shows, the stations laughed at him, said that would never work.
Never work, yep.
And probably about year 20 to 25, somewhere in that range, the other shows realized, wait a minute. And they started doing little modified, extended sportscasts after the 10 o'clock. It was like 10:30 to 10:45. But notice nobody goes up at the 11 o'clock slot to go against Coach JT and Ed, right?
Nope.
And I had told, since we've been doing this 14th season, we got to know Ed better. Ken Trahan, who does a great job of covering the prep sports on the radio side, and other sportcasters, but those two in general. And I've told Ken this probably about 5-6 years ago. I said, when you and Ed decide to hang it up, I'm thinking retirement. I don't see anybody coming up that has a passion for prep sports that you on the radio side and Ed on the TV side has. Never in my wildest dreams would I have thought would appear to be a healthy Ed Daniels would pass away.
Right.
And what a huge void that is. Now, I was already in college when Friday Night Football started. You were in that era and were part of it. Talk about what that meant as a player to go home and be watching, see yourself on Friday Night Football, and now as an adult looking back in.
I'll give you a few examples, okay? Here's a couple stories for you. So when I was playing, obviously as a young pup, not playing yet, my 7th grade, 8th grade year, when you're in 7th grade, 8th grade, sometimes you don't get to go to the games as much as you'd like to, but you always showed up to Friday Night Football to see what happened. This is before phones, right? So you wanted to watch the news. Hey, did we win? Did we lose? What was the score? Did we kick somebody's butt? How did we, blah, blah, blah. But then going into my time playing, as a freshman, sophomore, everybody was ready to get home, right? You wanted to get home and turn on the tube and to be able to say, hey, did they get my touchdown pass? Did they get my run? Did they see that kickoff return for a touchdown? You see the big pick six? And so it was part of kind of growing up in our program. And not only that, it was the coolest thing that your head coach, the dude was the guy, right? Like he was the guy on the TV, and you got 50 other coaches around here, but my head coach is the guy, and Ed Daniels is the guy. So you develop that relationship with Ed and Coach JT, and it got to be kind of a cool deal that, not only is it a neat thing for Greater New Orleans, but we have the guy. And I think, Ed Daniels came, it was a funny story. Ed Daniels was the first guy that ever interviewed me. I don't know if I told you that. I was in 8th grade. We started to do a karate program in the summer. And everybody says, karate, why you do it? Well, but it was about explosiveness, flexibility, balance, things like that. So, sometimes you do running on Wednesdays, Mondays, Fridays, you do lifting Monday, all kind of different things in the summer. But part of our program was to do karate on Wednesdays. And I was lingering in the gym with some of my friends, and Ed Daniels came and he said, hey, we want to cover this story and talk a little bit about it on the news. And JT looked at me and he goes, hey, yeah, he'll do it. And I was a nobody, and I look at JT and my eyes got big and I said, oh, God, yeah, sure. So we walk over here and Ed treats me with great respect and just takes it easy on me, right? He says, look, not a big deal. You mess up, we'll just cut it. We'll go back on it. I'm going to ask you these 2 questions. Think about it, rock and roll. And that was my first ever interview, and I never forget it. The grace that he showed me, right, for my first time. And then, like I said, the rest is history. I've done interviews, I don't know how many after that, but that was my first one, So it was pretty neat that it was Ed and JT had that special relationship with Ed. And you mentioned Ken Trahan. Ken Trahan and Ed Daniels were best friends growing up. They've been best friends for 40 years and, 50 years probably. And so, just a cool thing and I'll say this about Ed also. Whenever he saw you, he always treated you like he knew you, and he was concerned about how you were doing. A lot of people in life don't do that. They come next to you and they say hello, and they don't really care. How you doing? Oh, whatever. Okay. Well, Ed truly made you feel special every time he saw you. He treated you with respect and dignity, and he was a good guy that this area is going to miss forever. But like you said before, the void will probably never be filled. And but kind of Ed was a pioneer, I guess, if you will. He was a guy that started it, the first guy that really cared about prep sports. Him and Ken just, took the stories. There's one thing I didn't know about that when they said it on the field 30 minutes ago is that he had a Heisman Trophy vote. I had no idea he did that, know. So just to hear the things over the last few weeks about how many things he was involved in, the scholarships that he was involved in, being able to do the things that everybody's talking about, being able to start Friday Night Football, the legacy that he left with the coaches around the area. You can't be a sportscaster in this area without knowing every head coach around personally. You have to be able to call them, pick up the phone. Hey, who are you guys? How did you guys play last night? What are you looking forward to this year? Blah, blah, blah. You have to have those personal relationships. And that void, like I said, won't be filled for now. Somebody needs to be able to step in and try to do their best. And, there'll never be another Ed.
No, I agree. And you've heard the coaches that have been on the social media, the interviews, that everybody just said what you said. He's just a genuine man. Cared about you, after hurricanes, call coaches, hey, how you doing, anything. This is the common theme. What a huge loss for us. He was a friend of the program.
Yeah.
Without getting too involved with it, but, Coach set the record last year, and then there was some controversy, whatever. Is there enough wins or not enough wins? And he was an advocate. He was an asset and an ally for us. As far as the school, we lose an ally.
Yeah.
But just a general guy. But go back more. Let's just focus on the prep stuff. Hat Laudy was more, print media and stuff, and he started getting on Channel 4 in his later years in the 70s. And it kind of just went by the wayside for a little bit. And like I said, when he and Coach came up with that idea and they came up with the show, and then Ken did the radio, and this is no knock on the younger sportscasters on the local channels. I think they do a good job. But in my opinion, it's just a job. What Ken does and what Ed did is more of a passion.
Mm-hmm.
They live prep sports. They could tell the stories of the old school. I don't think a lot of these younger kids understood when St. Aug was good in the 60s and the 70s.
Right.
And the athletes that formed, or how good the Catholic League was at one time, and how the Patriots, how we grew over time. It's just having a history. That's just a shame. That's where I think the sports prep fans are going to lose out. However, there is a positive. In death, it was victory. So we know where Ed's at. That's the most important
thing. And Ed
was
a man of faith. He was a Christian warrior.
Yep.
And so we accept it as a celebration of life as well, and of a new life. So, glory be to God in that aspect. But we're dearly going to miss him, and obviously Coach JT. It's no secret that he lost Miss Lydia last year.
Yeah.
And then he loses a dear friend in Ed Daniels now. And, we've talked about it several times. It seems like it gets, more and more frequent as we get older, right? And, I hate to call us old because we're not.
Well, I am.
But it's getting to the point where, we hear it so much and these tragedies strike. But, that's why we want to stay in God's favor and understand that we don't always understand the plan, but we have to know that there's a plan and a purpose.
Well, you just have to trust God.
That's right.
Well, let's just talk about it now. And I didn't mean necessarily lead off at Ed. I did it because on the school board they had a moment of silence for Ed. And that's probably going to go throughout the year. Obviously, Marsh Bernalino's Field's going to be named Ed Daniels Field. Just has to go to a vote in early September, which I think that's going to happen. All the schools are wearing a little ED sticker. There's over 5,000 decals printed for all the teams to wear, what have you. So that's why we led off with that. But let's talk about the past of Miss Lydia. Coach JT's wife, she had in Brazil for a few years. What a lady, and a sister in Christ. And we can all say she was another mother to us because she was, obviously Coach JT's the head coach, and she was a coach's wife. She took care of the family. He's so involved with the team. She took care of the households, and a lot of successful coaches, who coached long, let's just say, the wives are really the MVP of the families.
Yep.
Because especially in college, look at how many or professional guys, they moving 10, 15, 20 times in their career. Well, while the coach is going to work, and guess who's doing all the packing and the moving? It's the wife.
Yeah, you got to have a true partner in life to be able to be successful.
Yeah, and that's what Miss Lydia was. When the late Mr. Bill Curl was here, we were looking at writing a book at one point, and then we also, in preparation for Coach JT's 50th season, which was the 2018 season, this goes back to 2016 into 17. He said, let's do something special for this year. Let's go back to his first team. And for those who don't know, 1969, the Patriots went 0-10, scored 2 touchdowns, no extra points, 12 points for the whole season. And poor guys, you know, but they were the acorn that we're off. The acorn that grew into the majestic oak tree that we are now, right?
Right.
And he sent out a questionnaire to quite a few of the guys on the 69 team. And it was funny to read the stories. So that little corner house that's in the field that it seemed like everybody had lived in at one point,
Yep.
right? He and Miss Lydia were living in the house. In the back of the house was the equipment room. And they only had like 20, 25 guys on the team, so it wasn't like a big team. She would help hand out equipment. And then all the guys were just like, oh, yeah, you know. But you got to realize the seniors were 18 years old. Coach JT and Miss Lydia were like 21, 22. They were just only like 2 or 3 more years older than they were. And but you can see that there was a genuine care. You talk to the guys in the 70s and early 70s, how Miss Lydia, she would help with equipment and what have you. Now, when I came around in 81 in the 5th grade, she always sung the national anthem.
Right.
Up until recent years where she just couldn't because of
Right.
her illness and wouldn't allow her to do it. But, you know, so she was going to be missed, you know, forever doing that part. But what a huge part, not only of the Curtis family, but just the Patriot family in general, because she touched so many boys and girls, not just the football team, but the girls too, all the students.
Yeah,
And,
100%.
What a loss.
And you know, it's funny, Kevin, you mentioned that the national anthem, without her singing it, the beginning of the games just
Not the same.
hadn't felt the same, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's kind of funny without her singing the national anthem. But Miss Lydia wasn't like just some wife or mom or person. She was like a perfectionist.
Yeah, no, she was
She
active.
tried to do like the best job, right? Like she kept her house clean. She had those sheets washed. She had the clothes pressed. She cooked dinner. Like she was very active. And like you said, without somebody like that, JT isn't who he is. He has to stress about the little things without being able to go out there and give 100% at his job. Because not only is he the head coach, but he's also the headmaster and the principal and all these things at times in his career that he has to be able to focus not only on his 3 kids, but 800 other kids, right, around the school and around, so, and not only that, be able to absorb a lot of their family attention and problems and issues and things that he can help with and being a pastor in the church. And so, it's a lot. And without Miss Lydia being such a warrior that she was, it couldn't have happened.
Well, and also you got to realize too, besides doing all that, she worked full time. She worked at the school. Was an administrative secretary for the longest time, and then she left away, went to work for a law office, but then she came back. So besides doing all the things that you mentioned, at the house, she did it while working a full-time job and taking care of the kids.
Right.
And then really, if you realize, I want to say, Danny, was 2018 or 19, she didn't make the trip to Shreveport. And that was probably the first time since 69 that she didn't go to a game, not just a home game. I mean, she would go on the road.
Right.
So like when Jeff was a little bitty baby, diapers and stuff, she's dragging little Shorty with him.
Right.
To Homer, Haynesville, all corners of the state, driving. And then sometimes she would follow. I remember my junior year, coming back from the semifinals in Monroe. She was they had a station wagon. Remember the famous station wagon? And she and Tommy were driving behind the buses from Monroe back to River Ridge after the game.
Here's the thing, she's doing it all on her own, right?
Yeah.
Because JT's doing his thing, like we mentioned. So she has to champion that aspect of bringing the kids, doing everything with them, leaving the games without him. He's got to go to Friday Night Football. She's got to take care. That's a lot.
Yeah.
So what a woman she was, and I know that Joanna and Johnny and Jeff miss her just as much as Coach JT does. But yeah, she was a great. Funny story. So I'm like, I guess in 8th grade, and I'm trying to be, the best that I can be and be an example and, get to know the family well. And Steve and I just really Steve Curtis and I just started becoming best friends. And so I get invited to JT's house, right, for the big dinner. Family eats over there once a week, every couple weeks, whatever. So we had spaghetti, right? Spaghetti and meatballs. And like I said, Lydia kept her house to a T. It was sharp, it was clean, it was everything. So I get one of those dinner trays, right? I put my spaghetti on the dinner tray. Everybody's eating in the den. And dude, I didn't have one of those corners of the dinner tray locked.
Oh no!
And I nudged it, and the darn thing fell down. And it was like one of those movie moments where I'm like, no! And this plate of spaghetti hits the carpet, and I'm like, my life's over. I'm dead. Miss Lydia is gonna kill me. And she couldn't have been nicer. And it was like the family rallied around, started spraying this stuff, cleaning it up, and I was so embarrassed. They probably don't even remember it, but when you're an 8th grader, trust me, it's a big deal.
Scarred for life.
Oh, yeah, dude, it was killer. Shoot.
Yeah. But, I mean, it would have lost. But another one. Through death with victory, we know where she's at.
100%.
You know, too, what we miss at church?
Right.
That angelic voice.
Yep.
The songs that she was singing could make your eyes water, if not actually cry, just because it was such an angelic voice, her singing. It was amazing. And I've been at a few weddings where she was a singer. The people paid her to come sing, So, but yeah, but look, there's a lot of moms. Your mom and my mom are the same way. That's what moms do. They take care of their family. Not only did they work full time, they still took care of the household chores, raising the 3 kids or how many kids you got, and you just do it.
Yeah, it was great. That's what my wife's doing right now, right?
Went to work.
I mean, my girls are at home sick today. The boys came out with me to the game. Ashley's at home taking care of it. Hopefully she's listening to us, taking care of business at home, and we couldn't do it without them.
Well, let's talk a little bit. We got plenty of time. I don't know when we're going to come back. Again, we are in a light delay, so we appreciate your patience.
Yeah, talk about the season a little bit, Kevin, on where we're at and where we're going to be. When do we start district, that sort of thing.
So let's talk about first, maybe we'll talk a little bit next week too, but since we got Tom, unfortunately, the last year didn't end the way we wanted to. 6 seconds away from advancing to the semifinals, and Catholic scores a touchdown and to eliminate the Patriots. But what a special group that senior class was, the offense specifically, because it really affects this year. Basically, all the starters.
Right.
A good 98% of our production graduated. So this year we have to replace the whole offense and production, and that's why this Jamboree is important. That's why we need to play it, because we got Raven Gap coming in from Georgia. They're playing 3 games before they come see us next week, so they're going to be almost in midseason form. That's
and from what I hear, they're like a top 100 program.
Sure.
So we usually in the metro area sometimes have somebody in the top 25 in the country, definitely top 50. Raven Gap's a top 100 program around the country. So we have to put our hard hat on and be ready to work. And like you mentioned, that's why this is very important to be able to get those mistakes out the way. There's a lot of sloppiness that comes with the first Jamboree, right? Like the cobwebs. You just want to get out there. You want to jump the snap count. You want to be able to, just go and hit somebody hard. You don't break down. You don't form tackle. The simple things, right? You want to, see what you could do against the DBs, be able to throw it in the holes. What can you do today? And sometimes it's about getting away from the mistakes to be able to get that first game under your belt, to when it comes real game time, you're ready to rock and roll.
Well, what's important about the Jamboree, it's better than the glorified scrimmage they had last week with St. Paul. Right. Now it's special teams. Now it's getting guys on the transition, on and off the field between 4th down or 3rd down, getting punt, return, kickoff, return. Because guess what? The play clock's running.
Right.
You don't do that during the scrimmage. During the scrimmage last week, hang tight, coach, and get guys, get them organized, whatever. No, we got to get this thing rolling.
Yeah, and they don't really like to throw flags in the scrimmage. Sometimes they'll come talk to you. Hey, by the way, get your hands inside. Don't hold that guy. Hey, you kind of push them in the back there. It's going to be for real now. You're going to have – and usually, it's predictable in the Jamboree. There's usually flags all over the place. And we're like, oh, my God, we look sloppy. Well, so does everybody else. Nobody comes on the Jamboree, and they're usually on fire, and they just look amazing. Ask the 8th grade, like I said, from yesterday. We were pretty sloppy at times, not being able to do the simple things, but it's a learning curve. So you want to get better each and every week, and that's the idea, right? You want to get into district play, have all your guys healthy, be hitting on all cylinders, ready to rock and roll to where you're in mid-season form, and you can really go punch somebody in the mouth, be technical, be on time, do the things that you're coached to do.
Yep. So Rayburn Gap is actually northeast Georgia, in Rayburn County, about maybe 10 miles south of North Carolina, maybe 7-8 miles east of Carolina, and about northwest of South Carolina. It's in a little triangle area. The state's a real beautiful country, the foothills of the Appalachians and the Blue Ridge Mountains. If you get a chance, look them up online. They got a real beautiful campus, and it is a boarding school. They have kids from all around the world go there.
Let me know about next week on the time change as well.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. This is very important. We were supposed to have a 7:30 kickoff next week. The game has moved up to 4 o'clock. It's actually a doubleheader, and I found out Rummel was going to play the early game. However, the game we're going to flip-flop. Rummel's going to play the nightcap. The Patriots and Raven Gap are going to play 4 o'clock kickoff. I know that's early for a lot of people, but I want to let you know Coach Johnny's going to get that out via social media soon. And we'll get it out on social media. But I'm glad you reminded me of that. It's a 4 o'clock kickoff next week at Zephyr Stadium. And, of course, we'll have the broadcast for you.
Well, and we talked about Ed, right?
Yeah.
The untimely death of Ed. And then last week, refresh my memory on the guy that passed away last week.
I say the 2 or 3 weeks, Mr. Hope, John Hope had passed away.
No, the guy that works for WGN.
Mark Davis.
Yeah.
Mark. I don't think Davis' last name, but Mark, the producer.
Yeah. So he was also a guy that was instrumental in Friday Night Football.
Yes.
And because of him, I wouldn't call the word flustered with JT because I don't think he ever gets flustered, but it's important to him to get it right, correct?
Yeah.
He's been doing this for over 30 years. There's a lot going on. I think a lot of the people at the studio are looking to him for leadership at this time. So it's important to him to be on time for Friday Night Football, especially early in the season when they're going through these bumps and bruises.
Yeah.
So obviously the game, they wanted to move up to get to the earlier time. And so, but I'll say it again. This is good to happen early in the season, right? You have to be a man about your business. You have to show what kind of character you have. You have to go to school, keep a low profile, do your studies, get out early enough, get your little small meal, and be ready to rock and roll at 4 o'clock, which is a crazy game time during the school week. So, it's going to be a weird thing, but like I said, in the beginning of the season, I kind of like to face these adverse times, like these lightning delay, get back in there, and then, go out and do your thing, man.
Yep. So Raven Gap will be the season opener. Then the Patriots go on the road to the North Shore to play North Shore in Slidell. And Danny, in recent years, North Shore has been a very improved team. Now, like the Patriots, they lost a lot of members of the starters on the offense. Probably not as much as we did. So they're going to be real building too. But they're going to be a formidable foe. Good, nice little road trip on the North Shore to play the North Shore Panthers. And then, unfortunately, we couldn't fill in week 3, so we have an open date. But that might come in handy, because we're thin across the board, it appears. Get some guys healthy. We have a couple guys that are banged up right now that won't be playing for a few weeks and are targeted to start their season when district plays. And that's going to be when we open up with the Rummel Raiders right here at East Jefferson Stadium. And, last year, an unexpected loss to the Raiders. They were down 8 starters due to injury. We credit them. They played, and we didn't play our best ball that night, obviously. But they got hot at the end of the year, and Danny, they made it to the semifinals, and they lost to eventual state champion Catholic. And but here's the thing, good for them. All those guys that had got a year of experience in their belt, and they get their quarterback who was lost the first week or 2 of the season. He's back. So they got a lot of experience, the Raiders do. And then we have a newcomer to the league, but not necessarily a newcomer to us. We play the Warren Eastern Eagles. Mr. Curtis's alma mater. And we played them in 17 and 18, I believe. Those 2 seasons we played them. So we called a couple games against the Warren Eastern Eagles. And they're like Carr, very athletic. Spread offense, great athletes. And then we host Holy Cross. Will be the following week, which, we lost that one in overtime, or the last play of the game, actually. They had the Hail Mary pass, and they decided to go for 2, so it didn't go to overtime, but we lost that one by 1. And then we have Hall of Fame week against Brother Martin. And then we wrap up the season with Jesuit, Carr, and then St. Aug. Now, the last 2 games, Carr and St. Aug are road trips. But I have a feeling we're going to play Carr at Berman. I don't think we got that last year when Carr was the home team. We played them at West Jeff Stadium. I think they want to be back in the jungle. And then, like I said, we'll play St. Aug on a Thursday to wrap up the regular season. But I think top to bottom, the Catholic League is really, really strong. And actually, Carr is they're going for their 3rd consecutive district title.
Yep.
which hadn't been done since we did it after the 16, 17, 18 seasons.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of great matchups this season. It's going to be a year of toughness. See who wants to go out there and play. See who's going to show a lot of heart. You talk about some guys injured. Hayden DeLapp's kind of on the edge right now of trying to get healthy, and so we're going to give him a few weeks to try to get back and get ready to go. And he's a senior, so we need his leadership and need his mentorship. But at this time, Kevin, you could still be a great teammate, right? And that's what it's all about. Be a good teammate. Be like another coach on that field, teaching these guys, coaching them up, letting them know that we're counting on them. So it's going to be a great season for us, just like all the others. We're excited to kick it off. Looks like the Patriots are getting back on the sidelines again to take the field. So we'll see if we can get this thing underway and get some action for you here in the next few minutes.
Well, we have plenty of time, so we're going to go ahead. Originally, we weren't going to do this, but let's go ahead and do it now. If you want to interact with Danny and I during the broadcast, send us a text, 504-259-7690. Again, 504-259-7690. Give us your name and location. We'll give you a shout-out. Feel free to ask a question. Give us some filler to talk about during this.
I got my first shout out here, Jeremy Crenshaw.
All right.
He said watching and listening all over the country with everybody else. Joette and West Carr. Got to give a shout out to, of course, CrossFit Gree. Just cranked it back up again, started working out again. Early morning club. Got to give a shout out to all those people. That's Miss Lauren Hughes, Tony Curtis, Jake Curtis, Matt Curtis, Ryan Comelade, Brandon Godfrey, and myself. We're all working out together at 5:15 in the morning. So CrossFit Gree, get your butts over there. Let's get to work.
Nice. Give a shout out to a classmate of mine, class of '89, Derek Wilson. He and his lovely daughter Evie watching from the North Shore. Big Mike Rogers checking in from Tulane. Appreciate you. Beeve and Harahan, he's a little sick today. We'll get well soon, buddy, and keep doing great work. Talk about the great thing for Christ. What Beeve has done with the FCA program. Taking over after Coach Rob had passed away. So he's doing some great things, and they actually do a FCA during first and second lunch. So getting the kids involved.
He's done a great job, and Kevin, I always want to be involved, right? Anytime I can help or anytime I can be involved, I love football, I love the game, I love the kids. But Madden, crazy, he's in 7th grade already. I mean, you remember?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you remember when he was born. It's like
the middle of our first year broadcast.
Oh, dude, it's like the blink of an eye, right? So, but Madden was able to travel with the 7th and 8th grade. Was able to throw his first touchdown pass yesterday, which was really cool for him.
Nice.
Excited for him, but even Beeve has I hate to say he's grown up because he's not that much younger than me, but he's grown up in this program, and he's a heck of an 8th grade football coach. And it's nice to see him take the reins and do a great job for those kids and to coach them and teach them in the right way. Like you said, mentor them through Christ. And he doesn't only coach, but he lives the life with purpose. And so that's the kind of guys that we want coaching our kids.
Amen. All right, again, the East Jefferson Warriors in all blue helmets, blue pants, blue jerseys. The Patriots all white helmets, white jerseys, white pants. And the Warriors, unfortunately, again, we do not have a roster, so we'll just call them by numbers, unfortunately. And they'll be kicking off right to left. Deep for the Patriots, near side halfback is going to be Jordan Pate. The middle back is going to be Trey Brown, and the far side back is going to be Jack Corcoran. Give a shout out to Caleb Shexano checking in from Starfield. Appreciate you, big guy. Fred says hi. Hello, Fred. It was the beginning of the 2013 season when we played right here against Bergen Catholic when we introduced the text message. And how much fun has that been, interacting with the fans throughout the game?
It's fun. And, it keeps the broadcast going, right? Keeps it live, keeps it interesting. You always want to hear from people and their good stories and things that they could say about the program and what it's meant to them. And being able to interact with the fans for 14 years has been a blessing for you and I.
And we didn't know what we were doing on day one.
Oh, unbelievable, dude. Unbelievable.
We were in Mr. Curtis's old office, now Coach JT's office on that August 17th, 9:30 on a Wednesday morning, sat in there and like what are we doing? What's happening?
Man.
Who's doing what? Can we have headsets and a microphone?
Yeah, that was funny because it was at that time we were like, yeah, we'll give it a shot, right? Didn't know it would be 14 years later. We'd still be up here smiling.
Yeah, you're right. All right, here's the unofficial beginning of the 2024 prep football season. Be a little short kick, near side. Patriots fumble the ball, muffed it up, and East Jefferson's going to recover it at the 34-yard line. So not what we wanted. Pate had to run up for it, just didn't secure it, get his elbows in, and the ball went forward towards where the ensuing kickoff team making coverage, and they recovered at the 34-yard line. So 1st and 10, Warriors with 14:36 to go in the half.
Remember what I was saying 20 minutes ago?
Yeah.
This is what happens in the Jamboree.
Yep.
And this is what I would prefer to happen right now than to happen 5 games into the season. So this is why you got to get the kinks out. Little cobwebs, I guarantee you that you get in the film room, you see what you did wrong, and it doesn't happen again for the rest of the season.
And look, but no excuses. Look, it's like a crisp dew outside, if you will.
Oh, yeah, the ball is definitely
so it's a little wet. So that might have contributed to a little bit of it as well. But, again, we don't have a roster, so just bear with us. We'll just identify the Warriors by their numbers. Twins receivers right, split near side. They'll be in a shotgun with 2 running backs. They'll hand it off to number 2 at the middle. He needs to be hit hard at the line of scrimmage. No gain. Number 91.
Good job stepping up right there,
Justin Lagarde. Yeah. 2nd and 10, no gain.
Let's see what kind of push we get up here from the front. Big 99 Tyree Gordon up there, 6 foot, 260-pound senior. And I believe my boy Logan Barnes has kind of been out over the last couple weeks, kind of rehabbing himself a little bit. So be excited to see him again here soon.
Ball placed in the middle of the field. They'll flip the formation. Twins near side, split top of the field. Looks like a little power pistol formation here. Quarterback hands off to the tailback up the middle. Lagarde also in number 99, I believe. That's going to be Tyree Gordon on the tackle with also Jeffrey Curtis in the mix.
Jeffrey Curtis. And then right there also you got Mark Canzaneri stepping up and making a play.
Short gain of, let's call it 2 to the Patriot 32-yard line. To be 3rd and 8. Schoolboy's wrong. It says 3rd and 6, but it's 3rd and 8. And I don't think they have a field goal kicker, so don't be surprised if this is 4-down territory for the Warriors here.
And the Jamboree really, like we said, who cares, right?
Yep.
Push it, see what you could do, see what your 4th down play is going to be.
Empty set, 3 to top, 2 near side. They're going to throw it near side. It's going to be
like
complete.
They were offside.
Sure
Kevin.
was. Canzaneri at the tackle.
Wrap up.
They're going to spot him at the Patriot 26.
Number 40, Jamari Horton running inside out well, making a tackle, helping out.
Gordon, can you hear us down there?
Gordon, can you pick us up on the sideline, buddy? For those of you who don't know, we also have a mic on the sideline. Gordon Hebert has been doing it with us for a bunch of years, and obviously he can get technical with the spots and where we are. What are the coaches talking about on the sideline? What's the attitude down there? And then, sometimes he'll be able to see the action a lot better than us, and he'll tell us, oh, no, he was out of bounds, he was holding, blah, blah, blah.
I don't think so with the mic at the weather. I think he's under control.
Yeah, but that's been a night. We didn't have that at first either, Kevin.
The ball placed at the Patriot 26, 4th and a long 1.5.
Safety's coming up. Look like we're playing man-to-man. Coach called timeout. Oh,
Chef, called
tell you what,
timeout.
I like that. We came up and challenged them on 4th and short. And coach from EJ calls the timeout, and they're going to go ahead and get back to the drawing board and talk about it a little bit.
13:25 to go in the half. There's no score. Timeout charge to the Warriors.
Kevin, we talked about, unfortunately, the kickoff return had a fumble, big play. But, again, in games like this, how is the defense going to answer? Because when it's 9 games into the season or it's playoff time and it's 2 minutes left in the ball game and we have a mistake, can the defense step up, have the character in the ball game when they need to, be able to come up big with a turnover or a 4th down stop, a goal line stand, things like that. So, some people out there, they get frustrated, they get all – I don't care. I want to be able to get in situations like this early in the Jamboree to see if we can get out of it, to see who's going to battle. And here's the thing, too, Kevin. We forget to talk about this. Guys are still fighting for spots.
Yeah.
This is the Jamboree. We don't know who's going to be out there in 5 to 10 games from now. You get out there, time to make your play. You want to shine a little bit? Go hit somebody in the mouth.
Power eye right, split near side. They're going to hand to the tailback up the middle, and he's not going to get it. The Patriots defense bows him up, no gain, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And you got to think of it this way. 8th graders, remember yesterday, what are we saying right there? It's 4th and 2. Ball key, right? We got to be able to see it and then get a jump and get a push after the snap. So a nice job right there by the Curtis defense, bowing up just like we thought they would.
So now with 13-17 to go in the half, the Patriots will have it 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Gordon, can you hear us now?
I got y'all now.
Got
okay.
it.
Thank you, buddy.
We'll come to you in a minute. Well, just give us the mood of the sideline after this play.
Tenfold.
Reggie Johnson, quarterback, ball in the near hash mark. And timeout by the Patriots.
Timeout. Patriots obviously saw something
Personnel.
they didn't like, or somebody else is supposed to be in the ball game. And I think what happened was, I don't know. It looks like somebody's marching off. They obviously didn't want him in the game, like you said, personal at that time. But yeah, we're good to go. Now we're ready.
Ball in the near hash mark again. 1st and 10. Patriots. Johnson under center.
Kevin, if you notice, there's like no safety in the middle of the field.
Nope.
Everybody's playing in the box. And obviously, against the Curtis team, you're going to be outnumbered in the box most of the time. We're a very heavy run team, and guys are going to want to crowd the box. That's why you have to have the ability to throw the ball, right? But it wouldn't surprise me, Kevin, if after this alignment and how we match up at the receivers with the corners not playing off so far with no safety in the middle, that we're going to probably challenge them down the field.
Corcoran with the gain of 3, 2nd down 7. Ball in the near hash mark again. Will come near side. Quarterback keeps it up the middle. Flag on a play.
1st down, yardage, but we'll see what the flag is here. And like I said before, sometimes you're going to have a little sloppiness, try to get our hand position in a better, jumping off sides, illegal motion, things like that.
Yep, on the Patriots. So quarterback keeper will be for naught. Be a loss of 5.
But it's good to see Reggie get his hands on the ball. Kind of nice little carry there. Good duck step. Reggie's number 3, 5'9", 180-pound senior. He got a little bit of action last year, but obviously Dagan Bruno, being the stud quarterback senior, didn't get as much as we would have liked because Dagan was such a good player for us. So Reggie's kind of getting the opportunity this year to do his thing.
Twins left. A.J. Smith, the left halfback, takes the handoff. He fights hard near the 34-yard line, so he gained a 10.
Yeah,
AJ's third down and short.
AJ is going to be more of our bruising back, Kevin. He's kind of like the running back of Patriots old, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's let me get his measurements here. AJ's 5'10", 215-pound senior, so he's a linebacker / running back, but obviously a guy when you need some tough yardage, you give him the ball.
3rd and 1, ball in the middle of the field. Too tight split to the left. Quarterback keeper up the middle, and Reggie should have the 1st down. They're going to spot him at the 36. He needed 1, got 2.
Yeah, good push out there. It's funny, we talk about a little bit of legacy, Kevin. I got number 46 out there, Caden Batard, sophomore tight end, 6'3", 225 pounds. Played with his dad. His dad was a senior when I was a junior, still one of my best friends. It's just good to see our boys getting on the same field that we used to play on. Pretty cool.
Give a shout to Cheryl Jung. She's home with the girls, both being sick. Hope y'all get well. And then, of course, Brian Ciprolo checking in from Covington. Thank you very much, Brian.
There you go.
Twins to the left. We hand it off to Smith. No gain. 2nd down 10. Great job by the front line of East Jefferson. They'll keep the ball in the middle of the field. It's 11:30 and counting. We'll play 2 15-minute halves. This was supposed to be a 5 o'clock kickoff, but we had a couple lightning delays, so this is the first possession by the Patriots. Twins to the left. We'll come near side, hand off. That's going to be
nice. Good job.
On the carry.
Yeah, Boudreaux, good job of him continuing to pump those legs, Kevin, get downhill with some momentum. So, we talked a lot about in practices with the young kids, getting shot out of the cannon, right? It's a dead sprint coming downhill to get the handoff right there. He did a good job of hitting the hole full speed and continuing to move that momentum and move that pile down the field for a nice gain.
Same formation, ball in the middle of the field, Twins to the left. Quarterback keeper. It's like center snap that nobody else moves.
It was almost one of those like freeze snaps where nobody else moves and you catch them off guard, but I don't think that was on purpose.
Gain of 2 to the 44. We have to get it to the 46 as we 4th and 2. I would assume we'll go for it here. Now let's give a shout out to Miss Betty Walker, Mr. Vernon Walker. Listen to us in Phoenix. Great to hear from you guys. loyal listeners. Quarterback keepers every one of Danny. We'll go to the left-hand side, and we got it anyway.
Nice job right there. Good
Smith.
push. A big 71, Gabriel Lagarde, 6'2", 270-pound senior left tackle. So a good job by him pumping those legs and getting them going. Or excuse me, yeah, he's a tackle.
Needed 2, got 4. First and 10 Patriots at their own 48-yard line with 9:50 to go in the half.
And there's nothing wrong with this, Kevin. Sustaining these long drives, getting first downs, milking the clock a little bit, and hopefully ending it with some points.
Twins near side. We'll go to the left. Johnson keeps it, has the whole sideline to go. He gone. Reggie takes it to the house. 52-yard touchdown run with 9:28 to go in the half. Danny, but there's a flag. Hold on. A flag at the Warrior 39-yard line. Let's see. Will it count?
Yeah, it looks like they're letting it go because everybody's down there. They hadn't continued to blow the whistle, so might be something after the fact. But a good job right there of Reggie
Good,
just seeing it and making a nice duck step. And that's what I'm saying, Kevin, when everybody's in the box like that, it's a good and bad thing, right? Like you live by it and you die by it because once you get to that second level, you're gone. There's nobody else to be able to make the tackle, scrape wide, have quarterback or pitch, and a good job of using his speed and outrunning everybody for the touchdown.
So the Patriots will line up for the PAT.
Unfortunately, I didn't see the penalty.
I didn't see it either. I just saw the flag after the fact.
Okay. I just saw him call it, and I didn't see it. But anyway, sorry about that.
I can't tell the numbers. Is that 39 is kicking? I can't tell.
I think this is
Gordon, what number is that kicker?
I think that is Benjamin Barron. I think it's Ben Barron.
Number 30.
Yeah.
30. Okay, couldn't see the number from my angle. Barron to kick it. Snap, place. Kick is up, and it is good. So 9:28 to go in the half. It's now the Patriots 7, the Warriors 0.
Yeah, good job by Ben stepping up as the kicker, Kevin. I think unfortunately we had somebody that that we had in mind for the kicker, and unfortunately I think he decided he wasn't playing anymore or something like that, and Ben had to step up in the last few weeks, and but he does a great job kicking the ball off, sends it deep, and next man up mentality. You got to get up in there and do your job and do your thing. So I'm excited for him to be able to have the opportunity as a kicker.
Danny, that was a 9-play drive going 75 yards in distance, taking 4:49 off the clock. Johnson with a quarterback keeper around the end from 52 yards out, and Barron's PAT puts the Patriots up 7-0 with 9:28 to go in the half.
Oh, forgot. You got any of my sheets, my old sheets for the deal? Forgot about it.
Just these guys here.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. All right, guys. Want to say for that scoring drive, I want to say thank you to my buddy Rudy Gerardo and Crane and Template. Go give him a shout out. Zero balance for your wheels and tires with the Force Match Balancer. They specialize in wheel alignments for any and all types of vehicles, including raised or lowered. Come see us at 1913 Peters Road in Harvey. Of course, they're family owned. Give them a call, 504-367-1199. Those guys have been in business since 1979. And of course, I got to give a shout out to my boy Graydon Gerardo, Baylor's good buddy in 5th grade. He's be his second year playing football this year. So we want to give a shout out to Shannon and Rudy and Graydon, and appreciate you guys sponsoring us with Crane and Template for the second year in a row.
Whatever the penalty was, it was against the Patriots, but it was enforced on the kickoff. So we're going to kick off from our own 25. So that was a 15-yard penalty.
Yeah.
Maybe a celebration penalty possibly. Barron kicks it off, and it's going to go out of bounds at the 31. So if the Warriors choose, they can take it to the 35.
And like I said, Ben's kind of new at this. Probably kicked in the past, but kind of had to step up over the last few weeks and do it. And another thing is, when it's slick like this outside, it's hard for a kicker to plant and really drive through the ball as much as he normally would.
It was a taunting penalty
on
a touchdown. So,
all right, well, don't do stupid stuff like that. And look, I'm going to tell you, if you're out there listening, you're a younger guy, these guys are going to come back and watch the game tonight, because just like we talked about earlier, you go back and watch for a lot of these guys come back and listen to us. I'll tell y'all, as a former Patriot, coaches don't put up with that stuff. You want to get your butt sit on the bench, go ahead and do taunting like that. We don't act that way. We don't do those sort of things. You want to go ahead and sit down, keep it up. Got a shout out from my good buddy Andrew Waters. He said they're checking in, eating Bobby's Seafood Boiled Crabs. Where's our invite? Come on, man. But yeah, good a shout out to Andrew.
Well, there was also a penalty on the Patriots, so it's going to place the ball at the 50-yard line. Didn't see what the call was, but with 9:28 to go in the half, 1st and 10 Warriors. Ball in that right hash mark. Twins near side split top of the field. They have the halfback to the right of the quarterback. And running back will take the handoff, comes near side. Short gain to the Patriot 47-yard line. Again, I apologize. We do not have roster for East Jefferson. So we cannot identify the players.
That's okay. They got some players, Kevin. They always have. East Jefferson's deal, usually is you got to recruit your hallways, right? You've talked about that in the past. They have players all over the school, and they were at times very, very good. I remember they won the state championship
13.
under Salter in 13, and so they got players. I can promise you that.
Little power pistol formation. Twins to the right, split near side. Now they'll slide the halfback over to the wing on the right side. Tailback takes it up the middle, breaks a couple tackles. He's to the 35-yard line. And it looks like Canzaneri saved the touchdown. It'll be 1st and 10 Warriors.
Good
at
job.
the 35 with 8:39 to go in the half. Go ahead.
Good job by the quarterback getting the running back in the proper spot, lining up ready to go and getting them in a successful 1st down conversion there. And we got to do a better job of breaking down and tackling, wrapping up, doing our thing. Good job of staying after it.
They mark it at the 36. It'll be 1st and 10 Warriors at the Patriot 36-yard line. Clock is counting. Twins to the right, split near side. It looks like they'll go with a little pistol formation. Tailback takes it right up the middle. Crosses the 35 to, say, the 32-yard line.
It's a generous
Gain
spot.
of 4. Yep. 2nd down 6. Let's go with that you just mentioned. East Jefferson won that state championship in 13. Think about this. East Jefferson won the 4A public school championship. The Patriots won the 3A private. And Rummel won the 5A public school. Actually, that was the first year of the split, right?
Right.
3 schools within a 7-mile triangle of each other. Now, obviously, East Jefferson and Rummel closer than we're on. But 3 schools won state championships within this little.
A lot of talent.
70123 to 70100 was a 71.
This might be 70003.
3, yeah.
And I don't know what.
But within 7 miles.
Right.
3 schools won state championship that one year. There's a timeout on the field, 7:30 to go in a half. It's the Patriots 7, the Warriors 0. Again, if you want to interact with Danny and I during this broadcast, feel free to send a text, 504-259-7690. Again, 504-259-7690. Give us your name, your location. We'd love to give you a shout out. Feel free to ask a question, make a comment, and let us know what your thoughts are on the season and the schedule.
Yeah, I'm just glad we got this game underway, Kevin. Got a little break in the weather and the lightning delay, and these guys are able to get out here and get some sweat going and get some film for tomorrow. And
well, we can actually see the New Orleans skyline from us a little while ago. You couldn't even see because of the rain.
Right.
Did you play all your Jamborees here at East Jefferson High School? Do you remember?
No, I don't remember. But I wouldn't think so, Kevin. I don't think we played all the Jamborees here. Probably had a couple at Mus Bertolino, and, I still can't believe we ever played there. But we filled up our side, which just didn't give those other people a really good opportunity to bring a lot of fans. But it was good times. 2nd
and 6 from the 32, 3 near side, 2 to the top of the field. Quarterback under pressure, steps up, has a lot of running room, crosses the 30.
Good tackle.
And Jeffrey Curtis drops him at the 29-yard line. So it should be like 3rd and about 3.
Yeah, good pressure from the outside there, Kevin. He had a collapsed pocket. Quarterback did a good job of stepping up, and obviously we had good coverage down the field. And Jeffrey was able to make a shoestring tackle there to keep it from being a big, big play.
Give a shout out to the Alfonso family, watching from St. Bernard. Jaden's kicking at Alabama and A&M with
good
Patriot Austin McCready. 3rd and short. Double twins. Ball on the right hash mark. Little option near side. with the pitch, and they're going to get the first down as the running back's going to be tackled at the 24-yard line with 6:43 to go in the half.
Warriors pitch. That'll be a first down, Warriors.
Well, it's not just us, but when the PA announcer doesn't have a roster, and this is actually East Jefferson Stadium and East Jefferson Jamboree, that's pretty bad.
Yeah.
I don't think our textiles are being spent wisely. I'm gonna put that in the suggestion box. I want
There you
rosters
go.
next year.
Yep.
Ball in the near hash mark, double twins. Little pistol formation with 6:16 and counting. Quarterback takes the pass from center, looks near side, rolls out, fires a pass down the sideline and out of bounds. Incomplete.
Good job of just getting up in his face. Aiden Morrell, right there, 6'2", 200-pound junior, outside linebacker. Just quarterback felt the heat, had to get rid of it, and having good common sense right there. Just throw it away, play the next play, 2nd and 10.
And as a quarterback, it's so hard to do sometimes because you want to make a play and extend plays. But sometimes like that, great job by him. Just toss it, live to play another play.
That's right. That's right. Don't make a bad play worse.
I formation. Tailback takes a handoff up the middle, and he's going to get maybe a yard. Big old number 93, Rylan Burrell, wrapped him up. Let's give him a yard. 2nd down 9. 3rd and
Warriors on the ball for no gain.
after they say no gain, so 3rd and 10 with 5:48 to go in the half.
Warriors fans, I can't hear you.
Warriors come out with a double twin set. Running back shaded just to the right of the quarterback. Little quick pitch to him, turns the corner, and Danny, he is going to be close to the sticks. Give him 9 on the carry. It's going to be 4th down and 1.
Warriors pitch. 4th down.
4th and 1.5. The ball is at the 11. They have to get it between the 15. I said the 11. The 16-yard line. Excuse me. They have to get it at the 14.5. So let's call it 4th and 1.5. Clock is running. 4:48 to go in the half.
Warriors are going for
And
it.
now it looks like the Warriors will call a timeout.
Hey, why not? Get back to the drawing board, understand what you're trying to do. Coaches talk about, snap counts, some simple things, maybe a freeze play, and then obviously numbers in the box. What do you see? What are the blocking schemes? Some simple things, and try to be successful in this 4th down conversion. And obviously, Patriots going to try to do the exact opposite, hold them tight and get a good push and get the offense the ball back.
Let's give a shout out to Haley out in Lafayette. She's Gabe Lagarde's big sister. I'm watching the broadcast, so thanks for checking in, Haley.
There you go. And Kevin, for this stop in action, I want to say thank you to our family's company, River Parish Disposal. You can always give me a call at the office at 504-738-7700 for all your commercial garbage needs. We've been around since 1982. Give me a call, 738-7700. Like we've always said, our business stinks, but it's picking up.
Gordon, what's it like down there, buddy?
Quiet and focused.
All right, I like focused.
It's very quiet down here.
Nice. Here we go, 4th down. Let's call it 2. It's a long 1.5. Split near side, power I formation. Ball is on that far hash mark.
Rob.
They jumped off sides. They moved.
Flag on play.
They tried to draw us off sides, and they end up moving. And it looks like they're going to try to kick a field goal here. Miss Kathy Chase on, checking in from West Wego on the West Bank. Thank you.
Yep, got listeners all. Where have we been from, Kevin? We've had listeners all over the world at times.
Well, in the continental United States, we've had them up in Martha's Vineyard on the East Coast, to Napa Valley on the West Coast, and every place in between. We've had the Bahamas. We've had Chile when we played that team, Bishop.
Yep.
What's that? Bishop School up in Dallas. I forgot the name, but we've had guys in the Gulf of Mexico. And here's a play out. The kick is up, and it is good. Oh!
And if we crank down to the ball, I think we blocked it, Kevin. We tried to go up. The ball went through our hands. I think if we crank down and take it off the tee, the hypothetical tee, I think we get that one blocked.
I thought we were too. I didn't see what the distance was, but East Jefferson's on the board with a field goal to close the gap to 7-3. We had guys listen to us on the oil rigs out in the Gulf, and then I know Mr. Fagan, he works 28 on, 28 off. He from Israel.
Right.
And of course, we've had military people. They couldn't say who they were and all, but we've had people in Afghanistan and the Middle East, checking in, Egypt. So
that's cool.
Yeah. Gordon, you have an idea how the distance of that field goal? Did you see where the tee was? I was talking, wasn't paying attention.
I think it was right at about the 30, Kevin. Right about the 29, actually.
Let's give him a 40-yard field goal. That sounds good.
Sounds real good.
About 40?
They said it was a little longer than 40, maybe 45.
Really?
45, whoa. Now we're talking.
Was it with the tee at the 35-yard line?
I don't think it was that far.
Let's go with 40. 40 sounds good.
Yeah, I just asked. I didn't see it.
Yeah, well, I was talking and looking at Danny, and next thing we were kicking it. I thought we were going to block it, actually.
Stop staring at me, bro.
Hey, it happens. All right, let's see if we can feel the kick better this time. Pete fields it at the 14-yard line. Have a middle return. Does a great job getting far side of the field. He's to the 30 and tackled at the 31-yard line. So nice job there from the 14 to the 31 with 4:21 to go in the half.
Yeah, good job by him. Jordan's 6'1", 165-pound freshman. Very athletic. Obviously, see him back there as a freshman. They're excited about him. They would get him the ball in his hands and do something with it on a kickoff return. Another good thing, Kevin, after that field goal, like I said before, I think it should have been blocked. Just one more thing you could see tomorrow and not teach the guy that did it, but teach everybody on the field.
Yep.
Everybody on the team.
Twins near side, ball on the left hash mark. Corcoran and Smith are the halfbacks. Long count by Johnson. We'll go to the left. Smith, maybe a yard to the 32.
I'd like to see Smith's, just a technical thing, I'd like to see Smith's butt up in his stance a little higher and kind of rolling forward instead of squatting so much from the running back position. Might take a little bit longer, squatting down like that instead of having it up and rocking forward.
Same formation by the Patriots. We'll come near side. Corcoran with the handoff, and he's going to fall forward to the 34-yard line. Gain of 2. 3rd down and 7 now. I want to see Reggie throw it a little bit.
Yeah, me too. Especially
unfortunately with his height, we got to roll him out. He's not gonna be able to stand in the pocket with a big defensive lineman and chunk it.
You can't. I mean, you throw through windows and pockets and things like that. But yeah, he obviously has to get off the line of scrimmage away from those big boys. But I'd like to see him throw it a little bit more.
Here he comes.
There you go.
Rolls out a little bit. Throws it near side. It's gonna be incomplete.
Yeah, that one came out his hand wrong.
Yep. 10-for-1, Washington.
I don't know if it got tipped or not, but that one kind of came out the wrong way. But like I said before, with these DBs up tight, not a lot of safety help. I like to see him challenge them down the field a little bit. But, coach is listening. You called that one. Right?
5'9" is a little generous for his height.
There you go. Is it that's what it says? Yeah, 5'9". That's okay. I was 6'1" in the program too.
All right, the Patriots will punt it. It's like number 34 is going to punt it for us. Lane Lacron. 3:09 to go in the half.
What's going on here?
Is there a penalty? A delay of game moves it back to the 29-yard line. Well, speaking of Devils, I mentioned a second ago, Austin McCready and Jaden Alfonso watching from Alabama A&M up in Huntsville.
What's up, boys?
Yeah. They play Auburn this week.
Okay, good.
We'll go get them, guys. Boy, you want to talk about an up-and-coming area at Huntsville, Alabama, man. It's booming.
It's third down. They got the down and distance wrong, so we're not punting the ball.
Okay, well, punt team's off. Offense back on the field.
Confusion is, but offense back on the field. Let's maybe see if we could challenge them again throwing the football. I know I would.
So now it's like 3rd and 12. Hey, that's why we have the Jamboree, right? Even the referees have to get in sync as well.
Oh, yeah. And you know how can't talk bad about them, We'll get in trouble.
So whatever the penalty was, now it's declined. So now they're going to punt it.
Now it's 4th down.
All right, let's figure this out.
Let's get this thing started.
Come on. Well, it wasn't too long ago. Speaking of Austin McCready, he could flip the field for us from this point.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see what Lane can do here. A little wobbly kick, not bad. A little bit of a roll.
Yeah, it's not bad if you can get the roll, Kevin.
Warrior 32.
Back when I was at Memphis, our punter got hurt, and took a while for it to kind of catch on, and then our protection kind of lacked. And I threw with my right, but I kicked with my left. And so I was the punter my senior year. I think my junior and senior year, I punted also and did a rugby-style punt where we kind of sprint out to the left, wait, and then end over end and hopefully get a roll. And, wasn't so bad. So, we'll be exploring options this year for somebody to step up, make it happen, or do some different things. But a good job of getting a roll right there on that one.
Give a shout out to Graceland's pawpaw. He saved this. It's a 38-yard field goal by East Jefferson.
Look at that.
So thanks for helping us with that. Hand off to the tailback up the middle. Short gain. Jamari Horton, Jeffrey Curtis, and looks like also Justin Lagarde on the tackle. And that's their timeout on the field with 2:45 to go. It's an injury timeout. So with 2:45 to go in the half, it's the Patriots 7, the Warriors 3. Danny, a couple years ago, unfortunately, you didn't make the game here due to work schedule. It was a lackluster first half. Patriots versus East Jefferson, 6-0 was the score.
Well, here's the bottom line.
The 24 points in the second half, it was a 30-0 game, so it was different,
That's what I was going to say. The bottom line is you're not going to pull out all your bells and whistles on the first Jamboree, right? You want to kind of get to the basics, run the simple option, be able to pound somebody, be able to have some long drives, understand what we're trying to get done with our reads as the QB, put the ball in his hands and let him kind of operate on his own in the Jamboree and, see who wants to step up and make some plays. So, like I said before, I'd love to see us throw the ball, but I don't really think you're going to, pull out all the tricks. You're not going to talk as much in the press box down to the coaches. You're just going to let these guys play their game.
Tailback takes the handoff, goes to the right side, breaks a couple tackles, and he's going to get it near the 40. They're going to spot it at the 39-yard line. To be third down and it's called 4.
And what I mean by that is you're going to coach them, right? Like you're going to continuously coach them on the sideline, but you're not going to see, we got the play action pass wide open, or we have a screen play, or these guys are rushing, or this guy, it's not going to be as big of a deal. So, I think we're going to kind of keep it pretty vanilla, I guess is what I'm trying to say for the Jamboree.
And look, both teams didn't really get a full pregame warm-up either.
Right.
Had to go into the locker room for about a 45-minute delay, then came back out. Actually, he was on the field for the opening kickoff and was sent back in for another 20 minutes. So, 3rd and short. Tailback takes it, handoff near side. He's going to have the first down and more.
Outside.
And he's going to be shoved out of bounds near midfield at the Warrior 49 to be exact. Trey Brown on the tackle.
Canzoneri in support, got to stay outside, not let the guy run around him. And I think we have him stopped. But I'm going to make that correction, check somebody else into the game. Number 23, Prentice Makion. I think Prentice used to be a QB back in a couple years ago. He's playing strong safety DB.
1st and 10 Warriors from their 49 with 1:20 and counting in the first half. Tailback takes a handoff, goes to the right, breaks a couple tackles, mauling a few Patriots, and he's going to drag him 9 yards to the Patriot 42-yard line. That was a nice run up the middle for him.
Warriors with the carry. That's a gain of 9 yards. 2nd down.
2nd and 1 from the Patriot 42.
They're running back
Under a minute.
Full head of steam, came down with some thump.
Yeah, he did.
But, we made the tackle, and that's what counts.
Trips near side, split top of the field. Let's see if they go deep here, near side. 2nd and 1. Quarterback looks near side, steps up in the pocket. He's in trouble, rolls near side, being chased, and he's just going to lose a yard or two. Good job by the Patriot defense.
Yep. Good job by A.J. right there.
Loss of one, actually.
Stringing him out, making him run. It's close, Kevin. 3rd and 1.
Yeah, backed it up. Yeah, A.J. Smith may play both ways a little bit.
Warriors fans, I can't hear you.
Lane Lacron checks in. Near side defensive end. 29 seconds to go. He ran out of bounds, so the clock stops. Actually, they say he got it back to the line of scrimmage, so it's 3rd and 1. Trips top of the field, Twins near side, so empty set for the Warriors. Quarterback keeper if he wanted it, but he's not. Steps up in the pocket, throws near side, caught, has the first down, puts a move on a defender, and needs to be tackled at the Patriot 33. Clock stopped briefly for the move of the chains. 20 seconds to go in the half.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, good job of the quarterback kind of looking him off. They're kind of looking downfield, and our defense kind of took off up the field, trying to stay there deep third and do their job. And he did a good job of just checking it down in the flat, and he had some room to run after the catch.
Same formation, trips top of the field, split Twins near side. Clock is running. They don't wear 7 seconds. This is probably the last play of the half. Completed inside. He's at the 20, can't get out of bounds, and that's it. So fortunately, he did not get out of bounds, and the clock runs out. So after one half of play, there we go. It looks like they're going to let him play another down with no time, but that's it.
Yep.
Is it?
Gone. Yep, that's it.
All right, we're at halftime. So at one half of play, it's the John Curtis Christian Patriots 7, the East Jefferson Warriors 3.
Kevin, for the first half of action, I want to give a shout-out to our good buddy Moe's Pizza, Jeff Arsman. I went out there today, got some lunch, and Lisa gave me the check and said, hey, let's give it another shot. So we're going to, for another year with them, want to say thank you to them. They've been our sponsors since the very beginning. And obviously Lisa and Jeff have been an integral part of what we can do up here. So I want to give a shout-out to them. Give them a call at 341-9650, Moe's Pizza, NOLA.com. Check out their homemade hand-tossed pizza, lasagnas, meatballs, and spaghetti, everything that they do. Go check out the website, moespizzanola.com. Give them a call, 341-9650, 1112 Avenue H, right there in West Wego. And, of course, our good buddy, Ryan Estes and Bobby Seafood. They're a family-owned business located at 9013 Jefferson Highway in River Ridge. They were established in September 1978, and they're celebrating 46 years in business. They offer daily lunch specials, fresh prepared food, hot delicious po' boys, and boiled seafood during crawfish season. Check out Bobby Seafood for their on-site catering for commercial and personal boils. Call Captain Ryan Estes and staff at 738-2104 to book your lunch order or for your crawfish boil event. Bobby Seafood, 738-2104, proud sponsor of Fighting Patriot Football. We appreciate them.
Man, you know what's good over there? Besides, well, everything's
Everything,
good.
I was about to say.
And I had it yesterday for the first time in about a month. I had to back away for a second because my waistline was getting too big. But fried catfish on a bun dressed with homemade tartar sauce.
You're speaking Madden's language right there. Madden likes the catfish po' boys. And I've never really had catfish po' boys. And when I took a bite of his one day, I said, whoa, baby, this might be it.
What's good on the French bread, too, but try it on the bun.
Okay, I'll try
Dressed and ask for the homemade tartar sauce.
Hey, see,
wow.
I'm over here talking about working out and drinking water. This guy's talking about catfish po' boys. Oh, baby. All right.
Hey.
Move on. All right, so we got a little bit abbreviated halftime, about 10 minutes here. And so we're going to kind of walk you through some more things that we have going on. I'd like to tell you that most of our games, a lot of the fans are going to be interested not only – let me get rid of that. Not only in the high school program, but some of the, the younger guys and the people at the lower school. So the 8th grade usually plays on Wednesdays. JV and 7th and lower school usually plays on Thursdays. And obviously as much as we can, we're going to try to play at the high school field. So stay in touch with us. We'll try, having boys over there and playing in some action each week. I'm going to try to tell you what's happening the next week and kind of where we are. So I'm going to look at the schedule here in a few minutes and let you guys know, because, we want to support the younger kids just as much as the older kids. And I want to say thank you to all the parents for always getting them there on time and having their jerseys washed and because, I don't know about you guys. My kids can't remember a darn thing. They leave their socks at home. They leave their, all this stuff. So I want to say thank you to the parents for always bringing them to practice, picking them up, having them to places on time. But if you can support some of the lower school programs in the 8th grade and the JV, we're going to play on that new beautiful turf field at John Curtis High School, and we're going to have a new scoreboard. I think we're getting the scoreboard in next week for the high school, and we're going to try to implement some new lights for the field here in the next month or so we can play some later games at home. And so, yeah, it's going to be an exciting deal for us to have that field and have some of the younger kids and people, having to pay admission to get into the high school to watch these young kids and grow up. And, Kevin, it's funny, before you know it, they'll be out here. And it's crazy.
You were just saying, the younger Patriots, you want to promote them because we always promote the older Patriots. I was thinking, you know what, before you know it, they are going to be older Patriots.
That's right.
We'll be calling them on Friday nights. Oh, my goodness. I want to, step away from the football side real quick, but it's Patriot related. Last night, I went to the youth group meeting at First Baptist Church of Kenner, right there on Williams Boulevard, right across from the airport. And Logan Massico gave his first preaching sermon.
Testimony, yeah. Cool.
Outstanding.
Really?
I'm gonna give him a. Unfortunately, the family won't be at church on Sunday because they have to go to a family function in Oklahoma. But Beav, if you're still listening, and I'm gonna make this as a praise report at church. That I'm gonna try to see if he can't preach at one of the chapels in the spring, but maybe during the fall, if Beav or if Mr. Weaver can allow him to do either first or second period for FCA.
Yeah.
To get a little couple. No more preaching, but I'm telling you, for his first time ever doing a little sermon, like a 10-minute sermon.
Really good.
I tell you what, at 17 years old, I wouldn't have done. I couldn't have done that.
Wow, that's
no,
awesome.
It was outstanding.
That's great. That is fantastic.
He decided to follow the Lord, give his life to Jesus 2 years ago, and he knows what he wants to do. He was at a Bible camp a summer ago, and he decided to become a minister. So he's working towards that, and I mean, I was impressed. To be honest with you, 17 years old, got up there and just laid it out there.
That's great.
It was almost like watching Coach JT Jr., to be honest with you. He handled business, so I was very proud of him. Very proud of him. And that's what we do. That's what we call building champions for life right there, man.
That's it.
It's not playing football or volleyball, or basketball, baseball. It's being the complete person.
It's that hits me hard, right? Because they were my next door neighbors, and they were in Catholic school. And I don't need to say which one. It was a grammar school, and they were unhappy. And so I have a lot of pride knowing that, if I wasn't the next door neighbors, they probably wouldn't be here, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it wouldn't be at John Curtis, wouldn't be here. And I said, hey, go give it a shot. Let's go talk to JT. Let's go meet with him. Let's see where it leads. And his daughter graduated a couple years ago, or a few years ago now. And
Frank is a senior this year.
She's doing great. Frank is a senior, starting free safety, and Logan is going to be a preacher. So, how different our life would be, right, if we didn't all know each other and didn't know Jesus. And so it's exciting to, I have a small sense of humble pride to be able to say that maybe I had a small piece of them being here and maybe leading to a little bit more happiness and, of course, being a little closer to God. So, it's like I said, when you said that, it almost brought a tear to my eye that Logan gave and I saw it on Instagram this week, but that's exciting for me, and I know his parents are very proud of him being out there.
That was very impressive. We talked about faith, in the book of James, and I mean, I'm telling you, it was like watching Coach JT Jr. He was flipping through this, this book, and referencing another chapter of another book, and back and forth into the Ephesians, and I mean, it was a smooth transition, and he killed it. I mean, I was really impressed. I'm like, wow, you're going to do really well. I said, you know what? Matthew 9, follow me. Make you fishers of men, and he's definitely gonna be a fisher of men. And I told him, you bring him, you catch him,
Yep.
he'll clean them.
That's right. Yep. We got 2:30 left here at halftime, and thank you guys for joining us once again on JohnCurtisPatriots.com. We'll be here all year, giving you the live action with the broadcast team. We want to say thank you to Robbie User, our chief production engineer, for always getting us up here in the booth and setting up early and being on time, and obviously the film crew, and I got Kel Kopecki up here today with his wife, and they're helping us out and doing a great job. And it just goes to show you this is always a team effort. You always watch the football team on the field, but you forget about the band sometimes, and the cheerleaders, and the pep squad, and the flag team, and all the parents in the stands. So it's a complete family and team effort here to be able to bring you guys this broadcast. So and obviously my partner Kevin Fayard here is a consummate pro, and he's done a great job, and he has a great understanding of what we're trying to do here at John Curtis, and a lot of history with him and the program, and he's really an encyclopedia of Patriots football and Patriot athletics. So if you ever have a question, or you have a concern, or you want to let him know something, let him know. There's not a lot he doesn't know, I'll tell you that, but every now and then we'll try to stump the Swami.
That's a lot. You don't think today's date, obviously Katrina, right?
Here we go.
How many hurricanes we've had on August 29th, right? Too many we want to count. But
Ida and Katrina.
So Saturday is August 31st. You are 43 years old right now, right?
Yep.
43 years ago on Saturday, I walked through the doors of John Curtis Christian School as a fifth grader for my first day of school.
Wow.
And I graduated on Thursday, June 1st of 89. But yeah, it was a Monday. We always would start the Monday going into Labor Day weekend, and that was it. Our first day, August 31st.
That's cool.
You were 25 days old, buddy.
Yeah, I was about to say
25 days.
A twinkle, right? A twinkle and a tinkle, huh? That's funny. I got a shout out from Jason Gabriel Sr. He said, "Yeah, I was listening." He said, "Carr may have won back-to-back district titles, but in '23 we won the big prize, and last year returned the favor, whipping them up, and should be a fun year this year. Let's go Patriots." And of course, Jason Gabriel Jr. was a running back last year, and contributed a lot. He's at Southern University.
Good for him.
And he's going to see some action this year, and versus McNeese. And he said and a former Catholic League defensive MVP, Patriot Javon Davis, in his first game on Saturday night. So yeah, good luck to those guys. Blessed to play on the next level. So yeah, that's exciting, man. That's really, Kevin, that's part of what this is, right? Like, you get to see him. We talk about the young pups. And then little Gabriel Anthony is in Madden's class.
Nice.
He's a running back DB, and he's doing a great job. Looks like a great athlete. Going to be a great athlete as he grows up in this system. But yeah, that's for you and I. That's part of the fun, right?
Yeah.
We'll be able to watch them as third graders, right? I swear, this is so funny. I still remember the first day Madden ran out in pads for Curtis. A much bigger moment for me than it was for him, right? So I'm geared up. I'm fired up, man. It's the first day they're going to go hit my boys in pads with the red, white, and blue. So I go out there. I'm in my truck. It's about 2:15. They're supposed to be out there around, 2:15, 2:20. And nobody's around. Nobody shows up, man. I'm like, where are they at? Come on. First day in pads. Let's go. 2:20 rolls by. 2:25 rolls by. 2:30 rolls by. I'm like, I gotta get out my truck. Maybe they're not going today. Walk out my truck. 2:30, 2:35. I'm like, call Steve. Steve, are they practicing today? Yeah, they're practicing today. I said, well, I don't see them. He goes, well, go walk by the gym. As I'm walking toward the gym around 2:45, I see them all running out with these big old helmets, these big old shoulder pads. I told Coach Corey, I said, Coach Corey, what the heck's going on? He goes, have you ever seen third graders try to put shoulder pads and helmets on? He goes, it's like a bunch of women. He goes, it takes 30 minutes to do all this stuff. And they go out there running. So that's part of the fun, right? Seeing these guys grow up, and then eventually we're going to be calling their games as seniors before you know it.
Barron kick goes out of bounds, so the Warriors will have it first and 10. I want to give a shout-out to a teammate of mine, Rick Weaver, who is actually in Rayburn County, probably about maybe 10 miles northeast of Raven Gap High School.
Oh, yeah.
So if you guys are ever in Rayburn County, you want to get away for a weekend or holiday, go to Julep Farms. Highly recommend it. Awesome food at the restaurant there. Rick and his wife do a great job. The We stayed at the Magnolia Cottage. Love it. 3 more cottages were being built when we were there, so I haven't seen them. I'm sure they're nice, but the Magnolia was outstanding. So y'all look it up.
Sweet.
Julipfarms.com and book you a weekend getaway, and Rick and his wife will take care of you. But Rick, I wish we were playing up there as well, man, because I would stay at your place, and it's a lot less humid up there than it is here. 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line for the Warriors, going right to left. Tailback takes the handoff to the right.
Ooh, nice tackle.
Jeffrey Curtis slung him down after a
boy.
1-yard gain.
You know, Kevin, we always talk about halftime, right? Halftime is a huge moment in a ball game where coaches are able to open up the line of communication. You get down there with your board, your iPad, you're showing, hey, what looks are you seeing? Open up the line of communication. Where are these guys lining up? What are the blocking schemes we could change and call? You know, how are they gap to gap? What are you seeing defensively? You know, so I always like to say we're a second-half team because I think we come out a little stronger. Some of those cobwebs are out for the first half. We kind of have it figured out, and hopefully we can get back to work.
Yep. 2nd and 9 Warriors. Double twins are going to do a little option near side. Nice pursuit from the backside. That's going to be Barron tracked him down. Short gain to the 39-yard line.
And that was a good job right there by Canzoneri. Kept pressure on pressure outside. Did not let him bounce it. And as he fell back inside, got rid of the blocker, shed the blocker, and fell inside, made a tackle. It was a good job right there by 1-4.
Yep. Gain of 3. Ball's on the near hash mark. They will go with trips top of the field, split near side. Again, we don't have a roster, so we can't identify the players. Quarterback steps up, comes near side, and it's getting tackled from behind.
Ooh, I saw that one coming.
Great job by Barron by not giving up on the play. And then tackled him actually at the line of scrimmage.
That's right.
Nice job by keeping his motor running, and it forces the punt.
Great job right there by Canzoneri, just like you said. Pursuing from the backside, seeing it, and then going to explode on the tackle. I'm surprised the quarterback didn't lose that football. But a good job of bringing up 4th down and looking to punt here for the Warriors.
The Patriots will send Pate back. He's going to stand around the Patriot 28-yard line.
Warriors punt the ball to the Patriots.
Pate will pick it up at the 22, far side, 30. Gets hit a couple times, break a couple tackles, and he's be slung out of bounds near the 35-yard line. So not a bad return with 12:36 to go in the ball game.
A nice job by him. I tell you what, I like him. He looks good with the ball in his hands.
Yeah.
As a freshman, you know, obviously feet are very active, very quick, agile. Showed a little spin move right there. Not bad at all. Jimmy Dudenhofer giving us a shout out with Custom Built Garages. He said Joshua Dudenhofer, class of 2021, watching from the firehouse, and Jimmy and Jason, class of 24, watching at home. Appreciate you guys.
Nice, yeah. Ball on the far hash mark, Twins near side. Will come near side. Johnson keeps it. Short gain to the 38.
Jimmy, am I wrong saying that you went to EJ as well? I don't know why I think that.
Grace King.
Grace King. They're Grace King. Okay, that's right. I was thinking EJ for a second.
Which Grace King is no longer.
Yep, that's right. What is it now? Aren't they at
Haynes moved
Haynes
there.
is over there, yeah.
Second about 5. Johnson, quick pitch near side. Nice catch by Juan.
Yeah.
Washington gets it to the 42-yard line.
Yeah, it was a tough one because the ball was high and kind of brought him back further off the line of scrimmage. That's one of those passes that we want to be forward a little bit, so it's obviously not a lateral and a live ball, and put in his gut and give him some room to run.
They mark it back to the 41-yard line, so it's going to be 3rd down and 3. Ball in the near hash mark, Twins to the left. Quarterback keepers there if we want it, but we'll go to the left instead. Smith has it, and then some. Breaks a couple tackles.
Go.
Crosses midfield. He's to the 30.
Oh, okay.
Got tripped up and rolled. Unless it's an ankle injury or something. He went down awkwardly.
Yeah, he did. He did.
Like he just kind of did a tumble set, but he must have got his left ankle. Looks like he's hobbling there.
Oh, come on.
That's not good.
Come on.
It'll be 1st and 10 at the Warrior 30.
Damn it.
You know, speaking of Jimmy going to Grace King, I don't think he was the first, but he was in one of the first classes that were co-ed, because at one time Grace King was an all-girls school, as was Riverdale. And Bonneville and East Jefferson were all boys, and that's when they all went co-eds. He might have been like in the second or third class to be co-ed.
Couple jokes there. Okay. All right. Good. I'm not going there.
No, but seriously, Grace King was an all-girls school at one point.
Gotcha.
As were Riverdale.
Oh gosh, we do not need to get him hurt, Kevin.
He's a big back.
Yeah, say some prayers out there, guys. We do not need AJ to go down at all anytime soon, and sending him our best wishes and prayers. And that's rough.
Oh, he's done for the night.
Yeah, he's a tough kid too. So if it's hurting him, it's something.
He's a state champion wrestler. So he's got that warrior mentality.
I love wrestlers, man. We talk about it every year. Guys that are wrestlers are good football players. They understand leverage and hand placement and movement and explosiveness. It's they're good football players. So we definitely need him back.
First and 10, ball in the middle of the field. We're going to throw a quick hit far side to Pate. Nice block on the outside, puts a spin move. And he's going to be tackled around the 28-yard line. So nice gain there.
Yep. Who was that other receiver? There was a nice block by him.
22-yard line instead of 20 to 22. I didn't see that. I saw the block, but I didn't see the number.
I think it might have been Juan Washington. Juan's a pretty big kid, 6'2", 190, senior receiver.
Boudreaux and Martinez are the halfbacks. We'll come near side. Johnson keeps it. Breaks a couple tackles. He's fighting hard for the first down and more. Gets a little bit of a push. Look at little Reggie fight to the 10.
Atta boy.
Look at him. They got marked at the 11.
Yeah, I think big 79, Willie Bolden kind of picked him up and pulled him around and helped him a little bit. And then Reggie broke loose from him and kept those legs pumping like we talked about and picked up a nice first down.
Yep, gain of 11, first and 10 with 10:33 to go in the game. Ball on the left hash mark. We'll go Twins to the right.
This is an opportunity here to maybe throw a fade in the end zone, see if a receiver can do something with it.
Corcoran up the middle. Got it to the 7. Gain of 4.
Pictures on the ball, gain of 4. It'll be second down.
In recent years, we've had smaller than usual running backs, compared to Patriot history. But the good thing about them, they can hide behind a big lineman.
Yep.
And makes it tough for the linebackers to find them. We'll go to the left. That's going to be Boudreaux with a short gain to the 4.
Definitely a give read, Kevin, but after he gave it looked like he had nobody outside for the QB, so I might go right back to it and see what happens. I want to give a shout-out to Miss Trish Gerardo. She's ready for her shout-out. Mr. Noe listening as well. And, of course, I talked about Crane and Template earlier, so appreciate those. Them listening and staying in tune with us here. You guys are listening live on JohnCurtisPatriots.com. 3rd
and 3, ball at the 4-yard line. Twins to the right. Quarterback keeper up the middle. Reggie's going to be close to the goal line. Did he get in?
Well, it doesn't really matter because he got a good push enough to get a first down. So we're going to have 4 downs here from inside the 1 to be able to make it happen as the clock continues to run. Looks like, they stopped it just temporarily for the first down.
First and goal.
It's going to continue to run with 9 minutes left here in the game.
So first and goal from inside the 1. Twins to the right. Boudreaux will be the left halfback. Corcoran, the right side halfback.
First and goal for the Patriots.
And Reggie up the middle. And there's a flag on the play on the offsides on the defense.
Had to jump.
But it's on the defense.
Yeah, but you don't stop it on the defense, though. You got the touchdown.
Unless he came across and made contact. Whoa. Watch it. Half the distance, right? We're getting on the 6-inch line or the 1-inch line here.
Can't move it any closer. 2 tight split near side. Quarterback keeper again. We got it.
Yep. Touchdown Patriots.
Yep.
Good job. Good push.
And good job, Reggie, staying behind his pads, making it happen, and getting 6 more points for the Patriots. Good job right there. Feels good to get some more points on the board. And you know, and control the football, Kevin. That's big. And it doesn't matter who you are, what team you play for. If the offense can control the football, take care of the ball, and finish with points, that is a huge victory. And, of course, keeping the defense off of the field, allowing them a rest, being able to get back to the drawing board, talk to the coaches, and, you know, get some rest, hydrate a little bit more because, you know, it's great in the press box. I guarantee you it's humid out there on the field.
Oh, yeah. Patriots to kick the PAT. Snap. Place. Kick is up. And it's good. So with 8:46 to go in the ball game, it's the Patriots 14, the Warriors 3.
Good job right there. And let's see here. Just joking. I want to give a shout out to, you know what? You know, I haven't done it in a long time. Why don't we give a shout out to Tony Curtis with Plum Street Snowballs?
Do it.
I want to give a shout out to Tony Curtis and family. They helped me out a few weeks ago at River Parish. Got us a snowball party together, and you know, so for your next party or event, give Tony a call at 256-3298 for Plum Street Snowballs. You know, they could come to your house for a birthday party event. They came to our office for little employee appreciation, served us 100 snowballs over I think a 5-hour period, so they were there for a while. So I want to say thank you to Tony Curtis and Plum Street Snowballs. Give them a call for your next party event, 256-3298. Of course, we always appreciate your support of the Patriots.
David Gilmore, class of 78, checking in from Kennebra. Good to hear from you, David. Barron's kick to be fielded at the 16-yard line.
Squeeze.
Return. Breaks a few tackles. Up comes near side 40.
Good run.
45-50. And we're going to run them down at the Patriots 41-yard line.
Good
So
job.
nice return by the Warriors with
Good job
8:37
of
to go in
Frankie
the ball game.
staying after it and chasing him down. No quit right there and getting to it.
Hey, here's a shout out for one of your teammates, Jesse Lyles, listening from West Monroe. Good to hear from you, buddy.
What's up, Jesse? Yeah, he's my tight end. And I think, yeah, he was also the prom king. Jesse, good dude. I'm glad you're listening, buddy.
So with 8:37 to go in the game, the Warriors have it first and 10 at the Patriot 41 after a nice return. That's been a problem for the Patriots in recent years. Kickoff coverage.
You just can't get out your lane, right? Like, you get blocked out, you got to get right back in it. Don't allow for those big gaps on the kickoff team. And you could see it develop.
Tailback comes right up the middle, bounces to the right, and needs to get it 9 yards to the Patriot 32-yard line. 2nd and 1.
Somebody
Injured Warrior.
You hate to see guys getting hurt in the Jamboree, Kevin. This is something you want to get through unscathed and not have anybody injured to make it serious for the season. And obviously the guys in right now are the ones that are going to be getting most of the reps throughout the season, so we don't want to see anybody injured. So it looks like he hops up, number 1. Good for him, good for the Warriors.
Might have got his ankle twisted in the ball.
Able to walk off. Looks like we got 8:24 left here in the ball game. Kevin, who's playing after us? Do we have any idea?
Fisher and
You know who's playing after us,
I
Kevin?
don't know the other team. Fisher's the purple team.
Playing after us.
Warriors are on the 32-yard line. 2nd down.
Yeah, we'll find out for you. Let you know. We're not going to be doing that broadcast, though.
No.
We'll be home getting a little rest. Ready for Friday. It's kind of crazy playing on a Thursday, too, right?
Hey, 4 o'clock next week. We need to start hydrating now.
Yeah, you're right.
Hey, they from Berg and Homer.
Berg, okay. Berg High School. Got it. Oh, Covenant Christian. That's who it is.
Covington Christian.
Covenant Christian.
Covenant Christian.
Yeah.
Come on, get him down. Let's go.
Short gain. Got the first down. It's Gordon on the tackle.
First down, Warriors.
Ball's at the Patriot 30, 7:58 and counting.
With the carry.
You look at these blue jerseys with the white stripes, shoulder stripes like LSU and Ole Miss has. That's the kind of jerseys Coach JT wore here.
Yeah.
When he played back in the early 60s.
Do you have to tell him when to leave, or is he watching the game on YouTube?
Double twin set. High snap. Great job by the quarterback by catching it. Oh, nice move by the running back. And he got it to the Patriot 24-yard line.
Yeah, good job by the running back. Made our linebacker miss. He stepped up in the hole in a hurry, and the running back stuck his foot in the ground, got vertical. Almost looked like Marlon Proud out there. Marlon was a senior running back for us last year, and he did a good job of shift. He was a shifty guy. Did a good job of getting north and south.
He's like Grambling. You know what would be pretty cool? Bayou Classic.
And I think who else is with it? Is Orion with him?
I don't know.
Where did he go? I think Orion might be with him.
But think about it, if Prout and Gabriel score touchdowns at the Bayou Classic.
Dan, that'd be cool.
Devon Ben is the only Patriot to score touchdown for Southern in the Bayou Classic.
I think he got finished last year, right?
Yeah, about a year or two ago.
That's cool.
But he's the only one to have scored. But that'd be pretty cool. Both of them in the same game
That would be cool.
can score touchdowns for
That
Southern
means
Grambling.
that means me and you are going to have to start going to the Bayou Classic.
Come on, I'll do it.
I know you got rhythm. I know you get down.
Used to.
You,
Not anymore.
all right. That's the battle of the bands, right?
Yeah.
That's some fun. Good stuff. Always a good boost for New Orleans, too. You know, just that's a good weekend, you know.
Yeah.
Everybody doing some business down there. I think they got Decadence down there this weekend. I usually see you over there.
Leading the Gladiators. Second about 5.
Oh, shoot.
Quarterback option. He'll keep it. Oh,
ball's out.
And we got it.
Yes, sir.
Good job by the Patriot defense. At first, I thought he was going to take it to the house, but he just dropped the ball.
And it almost looks like, did we try to grab it and get up? You just got to get on the ball. Nice job right there.
He dropped it,
Oh, he dropped. Okay.
and then somebody else jumped on it.
Okay.
Nice.
There you go. Is that the quarterback down?
No, that's number 4.
Okay. That's their big receiver, I think, huh?
Yeah.
I think he got rolled up on. So with 7:19 to go in the ball game, the Patriots will take it over 1st and 10. You know, Danny, this is only the 4th possession of the game for us.
Yeah. Yeah, it's hard to get, in a little bit of a rhythm, but, the Jamboree, want to get in and get out and get some points on the board. And, we got 14, so not bad. But I tell you what would really be the icing on the cake is if we could finish out with 7 more before the game's over. But I'm with you. I'd kind of like for us to put the ball in the air a little bit, maybe challenge these DBs, give the receivers an opportunity to make a big catch and run something. But, the offensive line's played pretty well tonight. They've been able to get some methodical drives and push it down the field and take some time off the clock like we mentioned, and that's what you have to do.
Your senior year, you had a pretty big run at the end of a game of Jamboree against Romo here.
Sure did. Yep. Yeah, I think that was my was that my senior year or my junior year?
Junior year, we tied him.
Yeah. No, I think that was – I
sophomore year
could be
tied?
wrong. I think it was my sophomore and junior year we
Sophomore
played.
and junior we played?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think we played in my senior year. They didn't want none of that. No, I'm joking.
Patriots have the ball at their own 24-yard line. Twins receivers near side. Ball's on that left hash mark. We'll come to your side.
There
it is. Floats it down the middle of the field. A little too far.
No, I'm not sure what we had.
Pate was the intended receiver.
Number 4.
Had to get rid of it, throw it up and over the top. But hey, tell you what, the DB had good position over the top, deeper than the deepest, and didn't get sucked up by the play action. And we didn't have it. But for me, like I said, I don't really want to do play action. I want to be able to drop back and kind of throw the ball, try to pick them apart a couple times, try to get
Corcoran got tackled for a loss. But
yeah, we chipped him and then we kind of let him go. And I don't know if maybe an offensive lineman missed him at first. I got to see who that was, where he was at on the line. But yeah, he got free right in our face as we handed it off.
6:50 to go in the ball game. 3rd and 12. Twins near side. Oh, bobbled a snap, but we got it. Lost it back to the 20, so it'll be 4th and 14. So not a good possession right there at all for the Patriots.
No, that's not what I wanted on this drive here. But, give an opportunity for the defense to step up and get us the ball back, hopefully, with some time left on the clock and be able to make something happen.
Injury timeout of the Warriors. Reggie is not one of the bigger quarterbacks we've had during the broadcast era or even in school history. But you know what? You don't have to be super big because there once was a number 12 in the late 70s. Christopher Polo. He was a short guy. Probably the best option quarterback we've ever had. First four-sport letterman. Notice nobody wears number 12 because they was retired. He was also player of the decade of the 70s. So you don't have to be big. If you can run the option, no matter how big you are,
Yeah, it's an art. That's what I try to tell the young guys. It's all about, trusting each other, having the right path, exploding through the hole, the quarterback being able to get his eyes downfield, make the reads, pitch relationship with the pitch back. And that's really when those guys were really good. They were good because they had that relationship with those pitchbacks, and they ran the option to a T. It was an art, They pitched the ball 30 yards down the field. The safety come up, somebody would come get them. They'd have to come from inside out, and they would kick it 30 yards down the field and spring the guy for an 80-yard touchdown. And it's an art to run the option, and some guys are better than others. And but yeah, you don't have to be a big guy. And here's the thing, even about throwing. I talked about it earlier. You throw through lanes and windows, and when you're dropping back 7 yards in the pocket or 4.5 yards, whatever, on a 3-step drop, you're able to see the guys. And for instance, and I'm not talking good about him, trust me, because my boy has got a lot of work to do and a lot of growing to do. But Madden last night threw his first touchdown pass, and we got in the truck. I said, man, what'd you see? You were able to see the safety come up and react, and you got him a good look, And he says, no, I didn't. I actually didn't see the tight end at all. He said, I saw the safety, and I couldn't see him, but I knew where he was going to be, and I let it go. And when he let it go, it was right there. So what I'm saying is, even at a young age, if you have that relationship and you understand, my guy's got my back, I got his back. I'm going to put it where he is, and he's going to make the play. And exactly what happened. And that's why I was proud, because he was honest. Do I want him to tell me, oh, yeah, I saw him the whole time. I read it perfect. I put a dot on him. Yeah. But he said, I trusted where he was going to be. I couldn't really see him. I saw the safety crash down, and I just put it up and over where I thought he was going to be, and that was it. That's the relationship you talk about, and you build that over years and years and years, and that's why I love the kids that grow up playing in the lower school program to see where they're going to be their sophomore, junior, senior year.
We'll come back to that in a second. Nice punt here with a roll. Nice. Good roll all the way down near the
we'll take that.
Warrior 22-yard line. So great job there by LeCron. Flip the field. I'm listening to you talk. Totally understand everything, but then what you were just saying, just trust God.
Oh, bada bing, bada boom. That's it.
I mean, think about it. He's always going to be there. Everything you were saying, he's going to be there for you.
Yep.
Hang tight.
Just fling it out there and know that it's going to happen. That's
Amen.
it. But, getting back to it, it's funny because, a lot of schools, I know like for instance, we'll play some other schools, Christian Brothers and guys like that, and some other schools around here, and they're able to practice after school, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they, they might practice for a couple hours a day after school, which to me, that's holding right there from the strong side. There you go, they got it. And they practice for a couple hours a day, and I'm thinking, man, that's the last thing I want to do is go pick my kid up from school at 6:30 when I have 4 of them, and they're. So we're able to practice at school during our PE time, but the negative about it, it's only about 50 minutes.
Yeah.
So it's hard to get a lot of quality time in one day. So you have to, pick your poison on what you're going to do, what are you going to cover, you're going to, how much you're going to teach. And it's funny because the first couple weeks of school, you don't even know who can hit.
Right.
You don't know who can tackle. You don't know who's scared. You don't know who's fearless. So you got to work those kinks out, and then before you know it, you got your first ball game. You know, it's not like you really get to work over the summer with these. So it's tough, and that's why when we talk about learning these kids and seeing them at a young age, and then all of a sudden growing up and being able to watch them, as they're older, it's a lot of fun.
1st and 20. They did call that holding penalty on the Warriors.
Yeah. Okay.
5:44 and counting. Tailback takes the handoff up the middle. Horton and Mackey on the tackle. Also, number 96,
Warriors on the ball for a gain of 1. Second
Sawyer Barron on the tackle.
Got a pretty good understanding of this.
Shout out from Rodney Guggenheim, listening to us live. And, of course,
Yep.
his son Colin is a senior at Nichols this year and done an unbelievable job playing running back and,
You know he only needs a little
breaking
bit over
records
800
and-
yards.
yeah,
And he'll be the
man.
all-time leading rusher in
that's what
Colonel
I'm
history.
saying. How cool is that?
We have like 5 Patriots playing for the Colonels.
Oh, do we really? I didn't know it was that many. I thought it was 2 or 3.
Kyron White.
I'll get him to tell me.
Yeah, Rodney, help us out.
let me know. Let me know who's over there and who's playing. And obviously, like I said, we're always pulling for Colin. Colin was
one of Colin's office linemen
Okay.
went to JUCO and transferred in.
Colin's one of my favorite quarterbacks
Yeah,
at Curtis, and we've always pulled for him and going to pull for him in the future.
got him in my mind. I can't think of his name. Big old lineman. Quarterback looks to his right, going to keep it instead. Comes near side. Mackey on with the tackle at the 34-yard line. Robbie, what's Robbie's last name? The big lineman. He was a tackle on Collins' senior year.
First down, Warriors.
Pizzolatto.
Pizzolatto, yep.
With the quarterback.
Was it Matt? Was it Matt Pizzolatto?
No, Robbie
Robbie
Pizzolatto.
Yep.
Colin White. We got 2 more guys down there.
Okay.
Marquise.
Oh, Marquise Albert?
He's a senior.
Really?
And we're trying to think who the 5th one is.
Yeah, you're right. Right, he transferred back. That's right. I forgot about that. Good.
Hand off to the halfback, bounces to the right. Nice to run there. He has the first down, and we're going to tackle him at the 48-yard line. You know, through the years, I would bet. I think we have more Patriots that in college played at Nichols than in the school. And we've had quite a few at LSU and Tulane, but I want to say Nichols has had a majority of the Patriots through the years.
I'd probably agree with that.
Yeah, Brian Serpolo. He's in the Colonel Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Of course, you know, David Gilmore and Ronnie Renatz went down there briefly.
Yep.
Well, Blaine Thibodeau, though, he didn't graduate from the Curtis. He was our first field mic. First 3 years of the broadcast, he played in Nichols.
Well, some interesting times with Blaine on the mic. Hey, what's the action, Blaine? And we couldn't understand what the heck he was saying. Who enough monocle drives down here for the Patriots? What? You say? By you boys.
Gordon, what's the flag for? Is that a late hit? So the penalty is going to move the ball to the Patriot 39-yard line.
Gordon's not listening to us anymore. 4:07 left here in the game.
48.
No, I'm listening. I just didn't see what they said.
All right.
These are the nacho stands. Where he's
Yeah,
at.
that boy eating them nachos, drinking over there. We don't blame you.
4 minutes to go in the ball game. Ball at the Patriot 38-yard line. 1st and 10 Warriors. Twins near side split, top of the field. Handoff by the tailback up the middle. Morrell, Mackey on. Who else is in there? 43. It's Julian.
Hey, the last penalty was unsportsmanlike conduct.
Okay.
That's the kind of stuff that'll drive you nuts as a coach, to keep a drive alive by having unsportsmanlike conduct. And that's, like Kevin and I always talk about, that's not what we do. So you better cut it out or you're not going to play.
2nd down 8. Ball's in the middle of the field. Trips near side, split top of the field. Again, we apologize we don't have a roster, so we cannot identify the Warriors, but we'll have one next week. Quarterback rolls to his right. That was a tackle. That wasn't a hold. That was a tackle. They called it. Goodness gracious. Incomplete pass. Our lineman beat the offensive tackle, and the tackle just literally tackled him, grabbed him, and drug him to the ground, but it'll be
Number 24, Trayvon Williams.
2nd and long. I would assume we will take the penalty. 3:01 to go in the ball game.
Flag on the play on the Warriors.
Oh, I saw it.
Thought I saw a little lightning out in the distance.
Keep rolling.
Yep. Come on, come on. I don't see that. Is that light flickering? I don't see that light flickering anymore. We're
Well, if
good.
they do, they'll just call the game. Not
Yep.
gonna have
We're gonna say, oh, I think they did. Did they? They just say that? Okay, nope. They're
No,
blowing it ready
on the
for
clock.
play. Okay, start the clock and 25-second clock. Only 7 seconds on it.
I get it for safety, but the way I look at it, my freshman year, we played practice on the back of Hurricane Juan at the Saints camp.
Right.
Like, what's lightning?
Yep.
Yeah, look at little Robbie Yusuf checking in the ball game. Cornerback, top of the field.
Okay.
Trips top of the field to the right side of the formation, split near side. They go to the right. I don't know. That was a nice hit. Oh, he broke the tackle though. Didn't wrap up. Didn't wrap up there either.
Come on. There you go. Come on,
Shoemaker
guys.
hit, but not wrapping up. Finally, Julian brought him down.
Run your feet. Run through him. He's down now. Gingerly getting up. He's all right.
What's the matter, Rob? You couldn't get little Robbie to wear number 47?
Not at corner, man. Not at corner. You can't wear 47, huh?
Sure you can. Nick Lugides did it.
You don't look as cool, though.
Yeah, but
right.
it's his dad, though.
Nah. Madden wore 18 yesterday. Madden wore 18 yesterday for the 8th grade. I said, well, boy, look at you in 1-8. He goes, it's all they had. I said, oh, you could have fibbed me. Come on,
No,
man.
that's his birthday.
I said, what you trying to do?
his
That's
birthday,
right.
man.
I know.
That's why.
Oh, man. It could have made me feel good. Baylor's all dad. Baylor wants 18. He wants to play QB. Madden's like, no. I'm number one. I want to do this. He's on his own, Independent. Funny.
2:44 to go in the ball. We appreciate you guys listening to us. We'll
Hey, we'll have a little
be
post
live.
game.
Yeah, a little post game. But next week, again, let me remind you guys, if y'all late joining us, next Friday's game, the kickoff has been moved from 7:30 to 4 p.m. at the Shrine on Airline against
And
Raven
look,
Gap.
And here's the
Georgia.
thing. We want everybody to be at the game, but we also understand that 4 o'clock is very tough for everybody. So if you can't get there, listen to us live on JohnCurtisPatriots.com. We'll be bringing you live action all year, but of course, even more important, at 4 o'clock on a weekday is tough. So if you can't get there, like I said, we want you to be there, but listen live.
Hydrate. 3rd and long.
Watch for a deep pass, Kel.
Hand it to the tailback up the middle. He's going to run it to the 35-yard line. Be 4th and about 8.
Warriors run the ball. It's going to be 4th down. Fourth down at the 35-yard line.
Patriots call a timeout.
Call timeout, maybe try to get the ball back if they could force a punt and see what the offense can do, maybe get a few more points on the board. That, like I said, that would feel a lot better to be getting out of here 21-3 than 14-3 in a closer ball game. We need to make something happen here if we can get the ball back and, put it on the senior quarterback's shoulders. That's what it's all about. Allow him to be able to develop here in this ball game and for the future of this year. To see what we can do. We'd like for him to throw the ball, but even if it's him taking control, running the offense, checking some plays, putting us in the right situations, the guys controlling the football for the next 2 minutes, and making something happen with some points.
All right, here's the schedule. Next week, September 6th, Raven Gap at the Shrine, 4 p.m. kickoff, followed by a road trip, September 13th at North Shore High School in Slidell. The Patriots will be off on the week of the 20th. I'll pause for a second while the Warriors will punt it.
Warriors punt.
Pate Faircatch is at the 8-yard line, so we have a 1st and 10 with 2:30 to go in the game. So the Patriots will have an open date on September 20th. Then we'll open up Catholic League play on Friday the 27th of September right here against Rummel. We will be the road team. October 4th, we'll play host to Warren Easton at the Shrine. October 11th, we'll be back at the Shrine against Holy Cross. And I believe that's going to be homecoming, I believe. The following week, October 18th, Friday 18th, Brother Martin back at the Shrine. That's going to be Hall of Fame weekend. And then the following week, we had 3 home games in a row. October 25th against Jesuit will be senior night. And then we go on the road against Carr on November 1st. And then Thursday, November 7th. We'll pass outside to Pate. Caught! At the 20, 25-30, oh, he slipped and fell down at the 34-yard line. Nice little pitch and catch there. But we play St. Aug on a Thursday night to wrap up the regular season.
Hall of Fame game. Do we know who it is? Or can we say yet, or it's not announced? Or
I don't know. Johnny
Okay.
has not announced it publicly.
Okay.
But it'll be fun nonetheless.
I think it's a flag.
And then we're already, think about this. Next year, the 2025 season, we're already going to work on celebrating the 50th anniversary of the 75 team.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, we'll probably do that in conjunction on Hall of Fame weekend,
That'd be great.
since they were our first Hall of Fame class. Remember we called the game against Rommel in 2015 on that Saturday on Halloween Day.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll probably, do something that weekend so they can all be in and have a reunion that weekend as well. First and 10 Patriots from their 33. Twins near side. Three-step drop. Washington caught it. No, they said incomplete. Looked good to me. The referee said nope.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Couldn't see from up here. I thought he got his hands under it, but up to the official that's down there real close. And but I like, us going down there and challenging it. But these corners are strong safeties. They're just sitting on it.
Mm-hmm.
Got to be able to push them a little bit.
2:10 to go in the ball game. Second and 10. Reggie in trouble. And he's just go down back around the 20-yard line. Big sack there by the Warriors. The old 88 opened the gate.
Yeah. Yeah, well, he had one guy on him and did a good job of avoiding him. By the time he avoided him, he had another guy, and 3, 4, 5, everybody was there. It looks like one of the EJ guys is down cramping or something else. Timeout on the field with 1:49 left in we'll call it the fourth quarter. And the Patriots on top 14-3 against the Warriors here at East Jefferson Stadium. And it turned out to not be so bad of a night. It's not, the good thing is, Kevin, it's not 95 degrees out there. And
True.
Very overcast. And earlier, obviously with the broadcast, we've run over because of the lightning delay. But, pretty soon we're going to be calling some 2.5-hour games anyway, 4-quarter games, and ready to rock and roll next week. So, hang with us for the next few minutes. We're going to have a little bit of a post-game deal and then wrap it up and talk a little bit more about what's coming.
Yeah, Rodney Beloso with Bengal Pest Control to be our post-game sponsor. I don't have his graphic or his little jingle yet, but we'll have it for next week.
Beloso?
Yeah.
Okay.
Third and a mile. Ball to 20. We have to get it to the 43. Johnson back to pass. Little screen, like it. Complete. It has the whole sideline.
Good job.
And tackled out of bounds.
Who's that running back, Kevin?
Let's
You
see.
see him?
Well, 39.
Oh, that's Isaac. Yeah, that's my buddy. Big Isaac getting the ball in his hand. I'll tell you what, it looked like Isaac because he looked very explosive after he got the ball. Isaac's a freshman. He's in class with Bo and Mason.
Yeah.
And he's been a really good player over the last few years down at the lower school and in 8th grade. It's good to see him get his hands on the ball.
Fourth about 7, pass near
Come
side.
back to
Caught.
it. Nice
There you
catch.
go. Great job by catching with your hands. That's Fulco.
What's up with the spot? Again, he caught it 2 yards past that.
Sparker and 2-minute offense here.
Yep,
Let's see if the little field general can
that's right.
Get us
Make
down
it
the
happen.
field.
Let's go.
58 seconds to go. Ball near hash mark. It's perfect time to do 2-minute-0. He's in trouble.
Nope.
Keep running, buddy.
Come on. Get out of bounds.
He goes to the sideline.
Attaboy.
Nice
Nice
job.
work. Nice work.
Good job.
Nothing wrong with that. We do have to take care of that. Goodness. First level, though, Kevin. You want to run him for his life out here off the bat, but a good job. And that's what's so great about having an athletic quarterback, Kevin.
Yeah.
Obviously, he's going to run the ball a lot as our QB, but being able to escape the rush and get the ball out the pocket. And then, like you said earlier, it is probably a good idea to get Reggie out of the pocket a little bit this year. Being able to, have the option of running after, running some flood routes and some options out here.
Throws it near side. Oh, has a guy wide open. Pate caught it. Down the
Stayed
sideline.
in bounds.
He's to the 10 to
Get
5.
there. Yes,
Touchdown.
sir.
Good job.
Nothing wrong with that. That's the way to finish it off, Big Blue.
Look at
That a
that.
boy. And I tell you what, good job by Reggie getting it out of his hands because, again, from the backside, somebody was raring to get him right before he sent it. And a good job of just getting it out of his hands on time and throwing it in bounds. I've seen so many quarterbacks, when they have a guy open, they throw it out of bounds and don't give him a chance or they overthrow him. Nice job by him putting a nice, easy ball with space, giving it the ball to the playmaker and making something happen.
A 50-yard pitch and catch between Johnson and Pate. Patriots line up for the PAT. Barron to kick it.
Yeah, show the field goal post. Never mind, you're good.
Snap. Place. Kick is low and no good. Looks like my tee shot, but we'll take it anyway.
Well, 35 seconds left here. We're in the fourth quarter. You listen to us live on JohnCurtisPatriots.com. Want to say thank you to our sponsors, as always. Couldn't do it without them. And Kevin and I kind of alluded to it earlier. This thing has gone from, I don't want to call it rags to riches, but Kevin and I remember we were both talking into a tin can our first year of broadcasting
Semifinals in
with
09.
Mr. Gary Crane,
Yeah.
and who was a teacher at Curtis, and we just had an idea to kind of get something going after that. And for those of you who don't know the story, basically, I guess it was a company, iHigh, that came to school, and they said, well, we basically want to take the top 20 high school programs in the country, and we want to broadcast them. And at that time, it was new. We were like, really? Well, okay, yeah, we'll try. We've been doing it, kind of tinkering with it. And, let's give it a shot. And here we are 14 years later.
Crazy.
Like I said, rags to riches. Robbie, I see Robbie's got a new setup over here this year with some nice bright buttons, and got Kel Kopecky working the as the DJ.
Looks like a DJ.
And I'm telling you, look, my boy's got one ear in, one ear out. He's ready to rock and roll. But yeah, here we are, and so we appreciate the opportunity. But again, thanks to our sponsors, because without those funds over the last few years, we're not able to replenish the equipment and get better cameras and better mics and better headsets and all those things. So if you want to get involved in the broadcast and get your family or company recognized, give Johnny Curtis a call at 737-4621 and tell him directly the broadcast team.
Trey Brown with a nice kick inside the 5, but
Tell you what, number 7's pretty good, Kevin.
yeah, no, they returned to the 32-yard line.
Done a good job returning the ball tonight. A good athlete and a pretty big kid, too.
2 flags top of the field.
Yeah, well, Trey Brown got tied up with somebody here.
Yeah, it's going to be unsportsmanlike on EJ,
Yeah.
number 44. He was power driving our guy to the ground.
Yeah.
Okay. That was following the ball.
Trey did a good job of not retaliating, though, and that, and
That's hard to do sometimes.
well, exactly. And I was going to say, Trey 2 or 3 years ago probably maybe would have got back at him, but he's a senior, he's a leader, he's learned and understand. And a good thing is we haven't said his name tonight. You know probably why? Because they respect him enough not to throw to his way.
Yeah.
And he's done a good job. But I love seeing seniors out there on the kickoff team, on the punt team, on the special teams, getting out there and giving their best effort as seniors and starters where you're playing other positions.
That was fun. I enjoyed being on the kickoff team as a starter, even sophomore through senior year.
Yeah. Yeah, when I was young, I didn't play, obviously, as a freshman, so I was begging, like, put me on kickoff, put me on punt return. I was the personal protector on punt team. Just so maybe I could throw, like, a fake punt every now and then, and I could understand maybe the alignment of the defense. But that was it. That was as far as I got freshman year. I was the personal protector on the punt team.
I think they're just going to kneel it down here. 25 seconds ago, Patriots up 20-3. Yeah, that'll do it. East Jefferson said, we're done.
There it is.
So there you go. The John Curtis Christian Patriots defeat the East Jefferson Warriors by a score of 20-3. And we'll go into the regular season next week. We're ready to go.
Hey, you know what?
What?
Because we didn't get to do pregame with with our boys.
Bolton Bill Sanchez?
Yeah, did you give them a shout out?
I did. We'll do it again, though.
Okay, yeah, give them a shout out now. I didn't hear it.
Our pregame sponsor is, of course, Proud Yogi's Bears, Walter and Bill Sanchez, class of 1977, younger brother Chris Sanchez, class of 1980s. Proud Yogi's Bears, proud sponsors of Fighting Patriot Football, and we appreciate all that they do. And actually, typical offensive linemen, they lead the way, right? Well, they're the ones who started leading the sponsorship on the broadcast in 2013, so we appreciate not only their sponsorship, but we've become real good friends with the Sanchez's and just real great human beings. So thank you guys. We appreciate you.
And you can see the Patriots line up to shake hands. Obviously, we got a big team like most of the people in the Catholic League, and so our line is usually a lot longer than a lot of other teams, and they're going to go ahead and shake hands in a classy way and get out of here with a victory. It was 20-3. 20-3. Yep. Final score 20-3 in the 2-quarter Jamboree. So, look, good and bad, right?
Yeah.
Like we said before, we know that Jamborees are going to be a little sloppier than a regular season game. You got to get the kinks and the bumps out early, get the cobwebs off, be able to come out here and hit somebody different, start to understand what you want to do to different looks. And, and almost in a Jamboree, it feels like when you get geared up and you start playing well and you're kind of ready to go, the game's over, right?
Yeah.
A lot of times we'll find our stride in the third and fourth quarter. And, of course, conditioning plays a big part in it as well in the fourth quarter when it's hot and humid out here and you got to continue to push through. And we've always strived to do that, to play well in the fourth quarter. But a good job by them offensively, defensively, special teams. Saw some good things tonight to build on. But I think the biggest key is get in the film room and understand the mistakes. When you open up that film and you turn it on, everybody has to pay attention. You're not just coaching one guy, you're coaching 100. So everybody needs to listen and learn and get better. So I'm excited about the opportunity next week and to continue on for the rest of this year on JohnCurtisPatriots.com with you and Robbie.
Yep, Reggie Johnson had a long 52-yard touchdown run in the first half. Barron added a PAT, put the Patriots up 7-0. There was a 38-yard field goal by East Jefferson right before the half, and the halftime score was Patriots 7, Warriors 3. And then it was all Patriots in the second half. Reggie had a 1-yard touchdown run. Barron added another PAT, put the Patriots up 14-3, and then with 35 seconds to go, after a nice little 2-minute offense drive, Johnson hit Pate on a 50-yard pitch and catch, and then the PAT was no good, and that's the final score. Patriots 20, Warriors 3. Again, the season kicks off next Friday, September 6th at 4 p.m. 4 p.m. is the kickoff. We'll have the broadcast. Pregame will start at 3:45. So hydrate. It's going to be hot out there. Come out in your red, white, and blue. We want to see everybody out there at the Shrine. And, of course, if you can't make it, we'll have it right here on the network. Any final thoughts before we sign off?
No, just good to be back here with you, buddy. 14 years has flown by, and it's good to be back here with you, Robbie, and Gordon. And it's going to be a lot of fun this year, watching these guys grow and play their butts off and get better each and every week. So appreciate everybody listening. Join us next week and along the ride for the 2024 season. It's going to be a good one.
Yep. So on behalf of Gordon Hebert, Robbie Utzer, Danny Wimper, I'm Kevin Fayard. Till next Friday, September 6th at 3:45 when the Patriots take on the Rayburn Gap Eagles. Go Patriots.
God bless. Hey, buddy. Up in the press box. Y'all want to walk over here or wait over there?